J-Man. I am Jason, defender of geekdom. My true calling in life was revealed to me the day I had discovered YouTube. I have the power! I became J-Man, the most powerful geek in the universe. Only 3 others share this secret. My friends Steven, Owen, and Sean. Together, we defend geekdom from the evil forces of social media. J-Man.
Hey guys, J-Man here in the Phantom Zone. Today we're doing an open talk, spoiler talk for Black Adam. I should maybe put spoilers. Hold on a second. Let me put a banner up saying spoilers. Okay, Black Adam spoilers. Save and show it. There you go. All right, that is good. Okay, so we're going to be talking about Black Adam spoilers. I already posted a review for this movie, so you can check that out. And we do have a few people lined up to come in, so we'll get going with that and see what everyone else's thoughts are on the movie. I want to hear some ratings and opinions and all that other kind of stuff. And we're gonna go through that. So we'll do a couple of updates as well. But let me bring in my my partner here just while we're doing this.
Hey man.
Steve. All right, so we're just waiting for a few more people. I know I'm pretty sure Sean's coming on. A few other people have expressed interest. I'm not sure if they're able to come on or not. Owen cannot make it tonight. He's having dinner with a friend. So, so there you go. Hey, how do you like them apples?
He's having dinner with a friend who is not one of us. So now we know where we are in the pecking order.
That's it. Apparently, we're trash. That's it.
I've always suspected I was, but I was glad to finally get confirmation. I just wish it had happened before I turned 45.
Yeah. So I mean, come on, help me. I don't have an icon for that, or do I? I used to have that dumpster fire thing, but I got rid of it. Now, did you review this for the movie elite or no?
No, I don't review if Owen watches it because he'll just do his own review and he owns the site, so he'll override my review anyway. So I just let him go.
Does he use only one review? Like if multiple people saw it, will he just post the one review of it, or how does that work?
He generally only wants one review, and if he's doing it, he doesn't want someone else to review it. So it's like, okay, fine. It's easy enough for me. I got enough to review anyway, because he doesn't review any of the, for instance, the space opera stuff. He hasn't seen any of that, so that's been giving me. I've
been reviewing those on the Movie Elite.
Yeah.
Do I have that as a link in my description? Let me see if I have the Movie Elite. I actually don't have the Movie Elite in my links. Maybe I should add that.
Yeah, I've been only doing stuff on the Movie Elite. I haven't touched the Action Elite because the Action Elite is, I guess it's just like they get people sometimes get a little bit like, oh, that's not action. So I'm like, well, screw all you guys, and I'll just do it on the Movie Elite then.
Oh, you said the magic words. I've got that one. Where is it?
Screw all of you.
That's my favorite Bailey. It's like she's just like so like screw all of you. You're like, whoa, it's like she really feels it.
Yeah. Well, I think she's expressing the frustration we all have with people sometimes, where it's just like, you know what, screw all of you.
Right. I picked up a oh god, what the heck? I picked up a Bianca Belair Funko.
Nice.
Hey, Clobby.
Hey, Clobby.
So Clobberin Times saw the movie, and I think you liked it, right? You said you liked it. If you want to pop in, I know you're setting up your Star Trek for tonight, so we'll be done before your Star Trek. But if you want to come in, you can, Clobby, and give us your review. I know we didn't do anything specific for Black Adam on your channel or whatever, but if you want to, you can. It's up to you. We're gonna get all of our kind of opinions. Sean reviewed it. I try not to listen to anybody's thing before I do my review. I know we talked about it in the theater. Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay, Clobby. I'll send you a link. Why not? Let's get you on here. Copy. I'll send it to you through Twitter. There you go. Yeah. So I did my official review on my channel. Sean did a review at the theater. So Sean's been doing that now. Like we'll walk out and I'll get I get in my car and I got to get home. Yeah. I can't be farting around. But he'll stay in the car and he'll actually review it in the car. Have you seen those?
Yeah, I saw those. Actually, it threw me off. I have a funny story about that. So the theater we've been going to, it's weird. I don't know if you can actually turn right and then left. Like it seems that
Yeah, you can.
You can. Because everyone's been going left. And I actually went left this time and tried to go around the other way. And I thought I was following Sean, which obviously I wasn't because he was reviewing the movie in his car. And he went this weird way. And I'm like, that's not Sean. And it threw me off for a bit. So,
Truth, how's it going?
Hey, Truth.
Short answer, I liked Black Adam. And I think Steve liked it. And I think Sean liked it. And I'll say this for you, buddy. I'll give you this one here. In our theater, when that person shows up in the end, everyone cheered.
Yep.
This little kid said his name when he heard the voice and kind of saw a little bit of the red. So there is people out there that want Henry Cavill to come back, pretty much.
I wouldn't mind Henry Cavill to come back. I
wouldn't mind it as well. Oh, we got Clobberin Times in the Clobby. I don't have an intro for you, so I just gotta. Do I have any? What would Clobberin Times like as an intro? What do we got here?
I think you ever did a Bailey screw all.
Yeah, maybe. I'll give you this one, Clobby.
You can feel it, dude. You can feel it.
I'll take it. I don't watch wrestling, but it looks like pretty much me there.
Yeah, that is exactly you. It's so.
Hey, gentlemen,
it, right?
Good to see you.
Hey, Clobby.
Yeah.
Hey, but good to see you there, Steven. Sure, yeah, I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to like. Did I like it? Yeah, I thought it was okay. There are things I have serious problems with, of course. Mm-hmm. I have some geek hang-ups that I say I can't get past, but if I let myself enjoy it, I guess I did. So yeah, on balance, I went in. Look, you guys planned to go see it,
right?
I was so on the fence. I went to a buddy and I would go to Twin Peaks for like lunch once a month or so on a Friday morning, and I'm riding around just like, you know what, the thing's in the theater. Everyone's going to go see it. I know Jay's going to go see it, and then Sean's going to go see it, and Steven's going to go. Let me just, I have nothing to do today. There's nobody at the theater. And when I mean nobody, the showing I went at 1:45 in the afternoon. I think I saw two people way back up at the top for some reason. So that was it. Right. There was nobody in there. And let me just go in here and drink a cherry Coke and watch this thing. If I hate it, I'll be able to whine about it. And if I like it, I'll be shocked. And I'm a little, surprised. Let's not say shocked, okay? Right. Surprised. And I'm a little surprised that I didn't hate it. I have some issues here and there, but I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, I'm shocked that I didn't hate it because I was like rare. I'm like, I don't know. Like DC for me has just fallen so far down that this is a miracle that I'm sitting there watching. And usually, so I always take the top corner because I can't stand people next to me. So, and then Steve and Sean flip a coin for who's going to sit next to me or whatever. So then,
Sean
So-
suspiciously always wins, and I
Sean
think
always
he's
sits
using a
next to me.
two-headed. I think he's using a two-headed quarter.
Yeah, the problem is that Sean and I are gonna bitch to each other. So nothing against you, nothing against you, Steve. It's just that Sean and I are gonna be bitching to each other, like, oh, that doesn't make any sense. That's not in the comments.
Yeah.
You know, like we're gonna be doing that. So it's like, let Steve have his experience without these two nerds. Like, if you sat between us, Steve, you'd be like, fuck, this movie's trash. Because be like, oh, this doesn't happen in the comics. Oh, that's not, Hawkman, that's not the real Hawkman. Why is Dr. Fate doing that?
I'm more of a stone statue. Like, I don't move when I'm in the theater.
Yeah, so you gotta, it's best for you to sit on the other side. So you're just like, I can't.
Yeah, I always sit next to the public, which is always fun. I always got some weirdness beside me.
You did have that girl there one time.
I did.
She smelled pretty good. I don't know.
She did. Yeah.
That's always distracting.
That was always the best person. Usually, I got like either a little kid or I have like a teenager beside me.
Yeah, I don't know if Clobby knows that I am hyper aggressive in the theater, and I will fight people. Like, there was that the Spirit we were watching, Steve, where I kicked that guy out of his seat.
Yep.
We're watching The Spirit, which I know you thought was a shit movie.
You went to see The Spirit
in the theater
on purpose?
On purpose.
Yeah.
Oh, it's you know what? I'm okay with it. It's not the Spirit comics, but whatever.
That's one even I avoided because I have too much respect for Will Eisner.
Yeah, well, Will Eisner's the best. It's Frank Miller. I thought it was like
Frank Miller should be ashamed of himself. To do that to his friend Will Eisner, Frank Miller is going to burn in the everlasting flames. But go ahead.
He's gonna have to buy his way out with like something, I don't know. But it doesn't matter. So we're watching the movie, and there's a couple in front. They're like, I think they're kissing or using their phone. I'm like, is this seriously? They had their phone on in my face for like half an hour. Wow. And I'm like, look, the storyline of that movie is piss, but it looks cool because it's got that weird high contrast black and white. It doesn't really fit the Spirit though. But hey Keely, how's it going? It doesn't really fit the movie, but it doesn't matter. I'm watching the movie and like this blue light's in my face, so I kicked the chair and the guy like fell out of it. I'm like, are you kidding me now with your phone? And they got up and left. I'm like, yeah, see ya. Like I can't have people being goofs. And every movie ticket that I go to is an IMAX. And it's like $20. So $20 Canadian. So what's that?
Oh, wow.
It's like, let's say 16 for you.
Uh-huh.
Something like that. So it's like $16 every time we go. And Steve, I mean, you and I were going like every week or something, right?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. It's a courtesy. It's a courtesy thing, but it's also like a common sense thing. Like if I got a girl, I'm not going to pay $20 to make out with her when I can make out with her for free.
For free.
In my house or a car or whatnot. So yeah, I don't get that whole thing. I know what happened to you in Blade Runner 2049 as well. There was a massive makeout session for like the entire, and that was a long movie.
Yes,
I was like, aren't these guys getting tired yet? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I'm like, man, like you like stop kissing each other. Oh, they're like kissing and kissing. I'm like, guys, like really, it's Blade Runner. Like if like, why are you doing this right now? It's the oddest movie to do that in. Yeah. It's not like 50 Shades of Grey or something. But anyways, which I would never see in the theater.
No.
You would have had. I lost my mic. Hold on.
Oh, me too. I wouldn't even, anher factor was you talk about money. It was only like $7 to go watch this thing. Yes. Where I am. So it's cheapy. I could have waited till Tuesday. It's not for $5, even at night, but
that's not too bad.
What the hell? But yeah, I was not excited about this. If I could get out of Wakanda Forever, I really would. I can't get out of that one. I could have got out of this. I'd have decided, that's what I'm saying. I have less problems seeing this or less dread for this, even if I did end up hating it, than I have for Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, well, yeah, I call it Wakanda Forever too. And Wakanda, that one is like real. Oh. I gotta tell you, this movie, I thought the story was a bit piss, but there's a lot of superhero fights.
That's what it's supposed to have. Yeah.
And at some point in time, I said, in my geeking with the story, I was like, oh, this is dumb. I hate this. And then about 20 minutes in, I was like, holy shit, there's a lot of fighting already. And then there's more fighting. And then Hawkman shows up. It was like, Hawkman wants to save people. And he's like saying, we're heroes. I was like, that's new. That's new for DC. So I thought that's interesting. And then
Yes.
the armor came on. I was like, shit, looks pretty cool. And when Dr. Fate is Dr. Fate, I was like, oh yeah, here we go. Like, this is all really cool. So I was like, there's a lot of fights. So even if when this movie was about 3/4 done, I'm like, you know what? At least there's a lot of fighting. I'm definitely gonna buy this and rewatch it again, and I'll just watch the fights because the fight and like Black Adam is always flying around. He's hard. He doesn't. He's doing what a hero does, or what a meta would do. Like he's always flying around or floating. He doesn't just walk around. It's like he's always floating or doing something. It's like, right, I wouldn't be sitting on chairs and stuff if I could fly all the time. Like, why would I, right? So I thought
Yep.
that was kind of cool.
I think you hit on the thing that put it over the top for me in terms of a movie that I could go, yeah, this is, things I can honestly say that I liked it. Is simply the fact that, okay, the action's pretty Snydery, let's be honest, a lot of it, but it's okay. That's my least problem with Snyder was his dopey propensity for pretentious, silly, slow motion-y crap. However, whatever, man. It's a comic book movie. I don't really care about his style so much.
Yeah.
But this movie is very much about heroism and redemption. His movies aren't. I don't know if this guy loves Snyder's. I don't know what his connection to Snyder is in terms of does he just like to direct like him or whatever. But as much as I despise the casting and what they've done to Hawkman, I like the actor, but what they did to him in Cyclone, I just don't approve of it. I hate that. Nevertheless, I do like that actor. Multiple things can be true at the same time. Yeah. He's a hero, and the Justice Society are there for heroic purposes. And they are treating him like a villain because he starts off acting like one, and the whole time the conversation between good and evil has to be in every superhero movie or any story, or I'm not there. I'm not there for it, and it's there in this movie, and it's a prime force in this movie. Now it's a discussion because superheroes. You got like that lady. Quite honestly, see you guys never come over here to help us out against Ender Gang. So you're really a bunch of heroes, are you? That's fine, and you can have that discussion is important.
Yeah.
But them going after him for to say, look, you're not a hero. You're not acting like a hero. That's the most important part of the whole movie. And the fact that it's entertaining and all that stuff would be meaningless if there's no heroism in a superhero movie.
Yeah, I like, and we talk, and truth, Black Adam to me. So I only read The Power of Shazam. That's Jerry Ordway. I don't remember who else worked on that book. I've got the entire thing in single issues.
Roy Thomas.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, I really loved The Power of Shazam. I was like, this is awesome. To me, Black Adam is straight up villain. He's got to have the widow's peak hair, the pointy ear tips.
Right. This is not that Black Adam. It's nothing to do with it.
This is not this Black Adam. This is this modernized, like what Truth is saying, anti-hero kind of.
It's the Jeff Johns one.
Jeff Johns. There's nothing I can do about it because it's in the comics. This is my problem too. It's like if I say this is trash or whatever, it's like, well, it's in the comics. What do you want? I'm like, right. It's in the comics. It's not in the comics that I like, but it's in the comics. But I'm very good at checking my comic book nerd outside. I'm like, let me watch this. And I do think like Black Adam was bad. And when Hawkman says to that girl, he's like, oh yeah, you think Black Adam, he's this big guy? It's like, you don't know what he really actually did. And then she goes and she's like, well, Hawkman's saying you're a bunch of crap. And he's like, look, I destroyed everything. I'm like, that's cool. I almost wish they didn't show that it was the father, not the son, because that came at the end and they showed that in the trailer. And that actually would have been a little bit of a kind of a twist in that sense to be
I didn't see it in the trailer, so I
didn't either.
But it is in comics, but
it's in comics, yeah. But if you didn't know, it's like, ooh, that's kind of neat, right? Like the son was the chosen one, and then he transferred it to his dad or whatever, and then now his dad is like, I don't give it. This is like the Thomas Wayne, Bruce Wayne thingy where Thomas is like, he becomes all crazy.
Yes, I was shocked that I was less indifferent to The Rock than I thought it'd be. In other words, I thought this is a good performance, and I thought he makes me. I'm not saying you like a guy being evil, but we all know he's more of an anti-hero, and there's definitely sympathy to be given to him, and I think his performance is good.
I think this is his best role for me.
Yeah,
like I was stunned because like The Rock, I'm like, look, I like wrestling as you guys know. I like him in wrestling. I think he's a fun guy. And you watch his movies, like, yeah, okay. But I'm like, I think because he wanted to do Black Adam so badly, I think he really tried to be like, look, I really want to be this character. I literally thought, Steve thought this and Sean thought this. We thought he's going to show up and the JSA are going to be a bunch of tools. They're morons. He beats the crap out of them. The JSA are going to look like idiots. And obviously Black Adam's the best and he's the big awesome character. It's like, no, he's a total dick. He ignores people. He's not a hero. And Hawkman comes in, he's like, you're not a hero. It's like, and that woman's like, I know you think he's a hero because you need someone right now, but this is not the guy you need. It's like, yeah, we weren't there for you when Intergang showed up, but we're here now. And it's like, this is bullshit. I like that. And Dr. Fate was sick. I like Cyclone. I think that girl, I thought she was gonna be so trash. I saw her, I was like, oh God. And she was a caring person. She's smart. She's helping Atom Smasher. Atom Smasher's kind of a, the newbie guy who's like, yeah, I'm just trying to be my best. I like when people want to be heroes and do good things. I can get behind a character like Hawkman. The second he started talking, I was like, "Oh yeah, this guy is pretty awesome." Like right away.
I think the reason why we liked it was also because it's a breath of fresh air after all the bullshit we've been putting up with Marvel. Like they've been constantly undercutting their own heroes and that, and like devaluing them for just basically to screw the fans. And it's like I've never heard of that. Imagine working for a company where you actually harm your own brand just because you want to get back at someone on the street. It's ridiculous.
It's astonishing. I'm sorry, I had a distraction there. You talking about the She-Hulk garbage?
Well, that was the worst television show ever produced by
right.
That was it's the worst television show ever produced by people who have money. I'm not talking about some crappy show that somebody made, for $2 an episode or something, and it's like, oh, this sucks, or something. Like, I'm not talking about like low quality, crappy shows. I'm talking about this has money behind it. This has a studio. That was embarrassing. Black Adam is way better than. I like Doctor Strange.
Oh
2,
yeah.
But except for Doctor Strange 2, for me, it's like obviously way better than all of this crap. I walked out of Black Adam like, I got to go buy a Doctor Fate toy, which I immediately went and bought. It's like I even bought Clobby Close Your Eyes for a second because I did buy the Funko of Hawkman. This is pretty cool though. I'm like, I told you to close your eyes. I gave you a warning.
I did. I did. I moved them, so I didn't see it.
You didn't see it. Good. But no, and then I went and I immediately started reading. I grabbed a few Doctor Fate. I went on the sites and found a few Doctor Strange Golden Age stories, and I started reading the JM.
Cool.
I checked those out, and it's like, let me
keep one. Yeah.
So the thing is that I'm like, that's what happened after Black Adam. After Eternals, I said a prayer for Jack Kirby because I knew that he was suffering, and I said a prayer for my time that I lost.
Yeah.
Right. And then I said a prayer for the people who saw the movie. Like, I mean, like this, it's like every Marvel movie I walk out, I'm like, guys, this is so garbage, awful. I can't believe it. This movie I walked out, I was like, yes, I feel like buying toys and comics.
Yeah. Well, again, this movie, I think someone has sort of compared it to Michael Bay, only in the sense that it does after maybe like toward the last 20 minutes, it gets a little like, oh boy, maybe a little headache inducing in terms of its action. However, I'll give that a pass any day because this is a superhero movie. It needs to be wall-to-wall action. Yeah. And it still was dealing with its story. I could understand maybe like toward the last 20 minutes. I'm like, maybe it doesn't. Maybe starting to feel longer than it is.
Right.
But it's not like the Batman, which is 8 hours long. You feel every inch of it. It still has something going on, and but yeah, it's. I was surprised that it engaged me the whole time. I really had some empathy with his character.
Yeah.
Black Adam. I like the JSA. I like the actor that plays Hawkman. And like I said, multiple things can be true at the same time. I don't like the change. We all know why it was done. Also, Cyclone. They sacrificed another ginger. That was ridiculous.
I don't know why they keep. So they keep the gingers always suffer. I don't know why.
Always sacrificed. So, and by the way, I could have still did with a few more JSAers in that.
Yeah, give me one or two more guys.
Two more, man. Yeah, and then they would have ruined them too, probably. But I saw someone who liked the movie that said they didn't like Pierce Brosnan in it. I loved him in it. I
heard that too.
And they said they like him in other stuff. They didn't like him in this. I liked him as the agent Kent Nelson.
Yeah.
And you can't. Are we spoiler? Yeah, we're spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler.
there are people who I've had some complain about him killing Dr. Fate. I'm like, they kill him all the time in the comics.
Yep.
But he goes to the helmet or whatever, right? How does that work? It's like I've read like very, 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 very few like Dr. Fate looked cool. I had the superpowers too. I love Dr. Fate, the look of him. He's in the helmet. Does the spirit go into the helmet again, or does the helmet, because the helmet can go to other people?
He goes into nothingness. Inza took over for him later after his.
Yes. Inza. Was that his wife?
Yes, Nabu. And Nabu, of course, is who he shares the helmet. And by the way, there was no mention of Nabu whatsoever.
Oh yeah, there wasn't, right?
Yeah, there wasn't.
No,
I was waiting.
But he looked great.
Yeah, and he had the onks. If you look, especially
he looked cool.
Yeah,
I mean, I love Dr. Fate, man. I only have one really good figure back to the old DC Direct one of that.
Yep.
But I love him. I love the Simons and stuff. I also love, actually, I'm trying to think. Oh, the Keith Giffen stuff that was reprinted, that was originally in the back of Flash in the early 80s. Was really good.
Yeah, I don't have any Dr. Fate comics. I picked up the one that's leading up to this movie, where it's drawn like Pierce Brosnan, like it looks like him in the comic. They always do this for movies. They do like a prequel comic. So there's 4 prequel comics, one for each JSA member to show where they're at. So at the end of Dr. Fate's comic, Hawkman's like, oh, can you come help me? Or like Dr. Fate shows up on his own because it's like, oh, I know you're gonna need my help or whatever, or something like that. So he shows up.
Isn't it weird how they don't do comic book adaptations of movies anymore? But they stopped right when superhero movies started really getting big and coming out all the time. That they didn't do it. That's just, and they would do these prequel comics like you're talking about. I'm like, wait a minute, let me get this straight. You adapt movies that have nothing to do with comics, which was great. We used to like that, and then they start being superhero movie after superhero movie. You don't do that adaptations of the movie. Okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's weird.
So Steve, did you give it a 7 or what was yours out of 10?
I rethought it. I give it a 6.5.
Okay, 6.5 out of 10 using like MySpace thing.
Yeah.
Okay, 6.5.
The only drop was story. I thought about it again. I'm like, yeah, it wasn't that great a story. It was
all right. But Bobby, did you give did you do out of 10?
I was going with close to a 7, like a 6.5 or something. But I haven't seen that scale. I need to see your scale again because you guys know it. I don't know if I need to see what I could go on that scale, but I have to see it again or know what it is again.
Yeah, it's I gave it a 7. So it's story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment, and then you give each one a score out of 2. So that would be a perfect 10. So I dinged the story. That's where That's where I kind of dinged it.
Yeah, the story was okay, but it was thin. But again, by the way, comic book movies I give sort of a pass with that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. It can be entertaining, and it's a relatively thin story, as long as it makes some kind of internal sense.
Yeah.
There's no real compelling villain here in this film.
Right.
No.
I know because, and by the way, in this case, you should give it a pass because the whole point is you're supposed to think Black Adam's the villain. I'm talking about if you're normie.
Right.
You're supposed to think, oh, Black Adam's the bad guy, so it's fine to hide the villain a little bit in this one. I don't mind it much, although they kind of broadcast it. That guy, the first 2 seconds when you saw him with what's her face at the beginning, like, yeah, he's going to be the bad guy.
Yeah, of course.
Somehow, he's just too no. He's but still, they hit it. It's not like a big supervillain involved, which is a shame. But it's better, look, you got to give him some credit being a DC movie that isn't totally trash for once.
I mean,
no.
Like, so if you're at a 6.5, Steve's at a 6.5. I think Sean's around the same, and I'm at a 7. I mean, like, I'm like, this is like a 7 for a DCEU movie is astronomical. Like, that may as well be 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
right. And I had a decent time the whole time.
Yeah.
I had a good time, which was something, because the previous movie we saw the previous week, I did not have a good time.
Oh, that was Halloween Ends. Clobby doesn't like dead teenager movies.
No, I've heard that about that movie. When Halloween Ends for me was Halloween 3 Seasons of the Bitch, because I saw the first one. I actually respect the first Halloween film.
Oh, nice.
Second one was just a rehash. And the third one I hated so much when I saw it on cable back in the 80s. I don't think I ever watched another one.
Well, Halloween 3, because it's not Michael Myers, it's not a dead teenager movie. It's like more like it's a different style. When you first see it and there's no Michael Myers, people were upset. But Like, it's actually a really good movie if you ignore the Halloween title and just call it Season of the Witch and not think that it's part of the Halloween series.
Yeah.
The idea is really cool with the warlocks and stuff, like sacrificing the children
Just,
on
It's
Halloween.
disturbing, man. I thought it was disgusting and horrific, but I guess that's the point. It's a horror movie, but
Yeah.
it does have my boy Tom Atkins in it. I know
Yeah,
John
come on.
Carpenter loves Tom Atkins.
They do,
some
he
reason.
does. And the OCP CEO from RoboCop, Dick, you're fired. That guy's the bad
Ronnie
guy.
Cox is in that?
Not Ronnie Cox.
No, yeah, Dan O'Hurley, right? Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That
Is that
guy.
him?
He's the villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
The
Oh,
old
yeah,
man.
no. The old man
Brian.
is really disturbing in that.
Oh, Star Trek 2009.
Yeah. I
As
remember
soon as
that.
I
yeah.
hear Star Trek 2009, I like shut down. It's
I
like-
throw up personally, but yeah, hey Brian.
Right.
I mean, if you could not scour the universe and find anyone who hates that movie more than me, but that probably is true. The first time they did like a prequel thingy, I don't know, probably is.
Yeah, well,
It's a dumb idea, really.
I was gonna say it's been 31 minutes and 37 seconds till I got angry over Star Trek reboot. Like we do things where it's like anytime I get angry over that James Bond garbage or like Force Awakens, Last Jedi or Zack Snyder, it's like we count the time. It's been like 30 minutes. It's like Star Trek. We're already pissed off.
Yep.
Hey Andrew, I think that's Andrew.
I'll give him a little bit credit on the Superman scene.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to just use like a piece of stock footage or something.
Yeah.
And they played the theme.
They played
They
the
played
theme.
a little bit of the theme.
The real theme.
Yeah, the real deal, and he's from the waist up. Of course, the costume's more brightly colored. They don't, so we don't know. He's got the curl.
Yeah.
What did he say again? I can't remember what he say.
I don't know. It seems weird. My thing is
I can't remember what he said now.
Neither
like,
can I.
I don't. It's like I don't know what he said either.
Let's
But people were
talk about
cheering
something.
though.
I was probably just trying to get over the fact that Amanda Waller can call in Superman.
I don't like that.
I don't like
I
that
don't like
either.
it.
That
Why
threw
is she
me
in
large.
Man, why is she in charge of the JSA? That's nonsense.
Yeah,
I don't like that. However, totally about what you said about JSA. However, with Superman, I could only see that in this sense that he probably, she might call him and he might go, well, in this case, you can't tell me what to do, but I think that does look pretty something I need to check into. In other words, I can see the real Superman not liking Waller, but going in this case, I think I can go check into it because this is pretty dangerous. This is,
Yep.
Yeah. So there's a kid in our row. The second that you could kind of tell it was Superman.
Yeah,
but
people were,
Superman,
yeah.
He was like Superman, and I was like, wow. That I'll give them credit for that. Like they played the music. He had the bright colors. John Williams, the real theme. And I'm like, okay, let's see what they can do. But they've got to clear it. Let's bring it up. This one I do have an intro for.
You should put the Macho Man one.
You want the Macho Man one?
You want the Macho Man one?
What's up, dude?
All right, fine. Hold on. Let's do the.
Hey, Clobberin, what's up? Hey, Steve.
Hey, Sean.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna do the Macho Man intro for Sean. We'll remove him.
But guess who shows up for no reason at all to get his grandstanding and hot dogging in? You, man.
I love it.
Nice.
No reason at all.
Grandstanding and hot dogging, man.
Perfect.
Okay,
I'll give you one dumb complaint, Jay.
Yep.
This is just inside baseball crap. They made a mistake with crediting. I'm glad that they put CC Beck.
Yes.
They put characters based upon Bill Parker and CC Beck. It's not accurate. Bill Parker did help create the original Captain Marvel, but Otto Binder and CC Beck created Black Adam. So you guys screwed up. They may have put him in the acknowledgments, I believe, but they forgot to put Carmen Infantino in the acknowledgments and without him, this movie won't happen because he is the one that brought the original Captain Marvel back to DC or to DC
They don't know
idiots,
that.
they don't know that stuff, but at least
No.
they credited Kirby with Fourth World.
They don't know what Fawcett Comics is.
I have the issue. I have
Yeah.
the original issue where Superman is presenting Captain
Yeah.
Marvel.
Yeah, number one.
That's awesome. Yeah,
And they had a lot of acknowledgments.
I want to take a picture of the acknowledgments. I was thinking about getting a picture. Just
Yeah, we should have thought of that. Yeah,
I've seen it online. Somewhere.
Oh
yeah.
Someone put them online last week, and I don't have it. I should have saved it. And I tried. I went to get a picture too, and I got distracted with my phone or something. Then I looked up. I saw Jack Kirby's Fourth World. I go, oh, cool. At least they did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was surprised at that because I was like, oh, I guess so because of Intergang and all that stuff. Right?
Intergang, that's Kirby.
Yep.
Okay, so this is something I don't know. I wasn't sure who else was going to be on it because I think Nerdman wanted to come on. I'm not sure if Greymalkin's coming on as well, but I wanted to say this too because I didn't get a chance to say this in my video. I forgot about it, and I forgot to mention it to anybody else, and I want to mention it now before I forget. There's something in this movie. It was like the turning point for me where I thought, oh, I'm going to like this a lot. And it's something, Steve, I don't know if you'll get this. I know Clobby will get it. I'm pretty sure Sean will get it. There's a moment in the middle where Pierce Brosnan is like on the ship or whatever. And he doesn't have the costume. He's just holding the helmet. And he's wearing like a shirt, and he's wearing like a vest. And his vest is yellow and his shirt is blue. And I absolutely love when heroes in their alternate identity wear normal clothes that represent the colors of their superhero outfit. I just thought, oh yeah, I was like, because the wardrobe guy knows that, right? They're like, because Kent Nelson would be wearing a nice yellow vest with a nice blue shirt. Like it didn't have to be a blue shirt, right? It could have been a black shirt. But I'm like, you're wearing your colors of your costume. I love that stuff. Where Superman would wear like a red jacket and wear
it's like the Power Rangers rule. It's like all the teenagers have to wear like red or green or blue whenever their Power Rangers.
Yeah, like the Pink Ranger's wearing a pink dress. It's like, there's 5 kids hanging around all wearing the colors of the Power Rangers.
The colors of the Power Rangers.
But with a single hero, it's better. But I love that stuff, and I was like, I'm so happy that happened. And then I got pumped up for that. So Sean, I did get the figure.
Oh, cool, yeah.
And then Clob, you can close your eyes again. I'll show Sean. Yeah. Now, Sean, I know you despise these, but this looks pretty cool.
Oh, for F's sake, it looks okay. It looks okay, but like, at least you can recognize what it is, right?
Well, the Hawkman figure is like enormous.
So I'm gonna ask a stupid question here.
42.
To me, Dr. Fate has the eyes. So is eyeless Dr. Fate a thing now or no?
No, it had the eyes
at the end when he's holding the helmet and it's helping him out, like Hawkman. Yeah.
I don't know if this might be a you're thinking about this too much, J-Man. But I was thinking maybe 2 things. Naboo is taking over more of it, and he's more subservient to it. He's not as much in control, but also I think he was getting depowered. That was his thing. He's like, I'm so depowered. This is okay. Well, we're into spoilers. This is one thing that nobody liked. Sean didn't like this. It's like Dr. Fate's dying for nothing because it's like he's trying to stop the guy from ascending or sitting onto the throne or whatever. It's like, okay, and he's like, and basically he was like saying, look, I'm out of power. I'm dying. They're going to find the helmet's got to go to a new host. That's basically what's happening, right?
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, I'll use my last powers to hold this guy off until you're able to get Black Adam to come in. And that is what he's doing.
Yeah.
But the guy still sits on the throne anyway. Yeah. So I'm like, well, he's still sitting on it. So that's shitty. So he kind of died for no, but I guess he died to.
It's drama reasons. It's like, go on. I'll fight for it. No, don't. And then, but it's like, it doesn't serve any story purpose other than him freeing Black Adam, which he could just do just like anywhere.
There's a few moments in this movie that are very much like, we need to get this guy on the throne. So we need to just make him do it, and we need to have it that Pierce Brosnan's not coming back. Well, he is, I think.
Well, he's being talked to about multiple
but he
needs his own series. He needs his own movies right now. Like, go immediately.
But I was expecting Dr. Fate to get killed. I've always seen, whenever I've seen Dr. Fate, he's always like giving the helmet to someone else. That seems to be the thing.
Yeah.
So I was expecting that, but in this context of what was going on, it didn't make a lot of sense. But there was a lot in this movie that didn't make a hell of a lot of sense to me. The Rock coming out of his prison and he knew how to speak English when he wasn't speaking. I'm like, what the hell was going on? Like that.
Oh man, it's the TARDIS.
Yeah,
translating.
There was a library in there with him, but like it was like I was just there was a lot of that going on in the movie, and at some point, like you're like that woman, whenever she opened her mouth, whatever came out of her mouth was nonsense. It was just like this speech about like, oh, you guys don't know about us and blah blah blah. Yeah, it was. It was what's his name?
Damon Hansu,
right?
Hansu.
Yeah.
Shimon Hansu.
That guy. Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, there was a lot. Like whenever she talked, she'd say, "Oh, you guys don't care about Canada. You this first time you've been here, and you guys didn't care in Intergang," which was true. But again, I don't like. What was the purpose of that? Never undercut your heroes, guys. Never undercut your heroes.
They're trying to be smart and drive home some sort of BS point. But like the thing is, this isn't the forum to do that. I know everyone's trying to be the next like big Shakespeare and all that, but like, come on, like, I get it. It's about colonialism and like intervening in other country, blah blah blah. But this is also a Black Adam movie, and it's like wall-to-wall action. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, you can't actually articulate this point properly. So stop. Just stop it. You know,
they should have left that out of there.
Yeah.
And also, too, it's like what they've been conquered 4 trillion times. Like, you know, like time to man up.
Yeah,
man.
It's been like what 2,000-3,000 years, guys. It's like, what are you doing?
Well, come on.
Yeah, and she presumed that the Justice League or Society, knew that. Knew about Intergang.
Over. Yeah.
Well, maybe they did. Maybe they didn't. I don't know.
Well, so did they name her?
First movie we've seen them in. So I don't even know how they've been operating up to this point, considering how many movies have been going on, and this is the first time that
Is this their first movie or no? Were they in Man of Steel or something like that or no?
Who?
Intergang?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Were they mentioned?
No.
No,
I don't think they were mentioned in the movies. They're all over the TV shows and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't remember them being mentioned, but I haven't. I only saw Zack Snyder's 4-hour garbage thing once. I only saw once, and Man of Steel I have seen twice.
If they mentioned that, I don't know. Yeah, me either. I don't want to know. But there's the thing: is this the same universe of from Peacemaker? Even
I have no idea.
I think it would be because of what's her face.
I just assume it not be, but I just assume it not be because Peacemaker in this. I don't know.
I like Peacemaker, man.
I thought it was funny, but I wouldn't want it to be this particular universe. Let it be some jokey ass.
No, but what's her face is in it, right?
Yep.
Waller,
she is, but she could cross.
Yeah,
she's also in. She's also in the Snyder ones.
Everything.
Yeah.
The thing is, look, all these movies to me now are on their own movies. I don't care about continuity. Even this one, like, how can we have Captain Marvel? The problem is they goofed up Captain Marvel. They made him so goofy that like Black Adam would wipe the floor with them.
Yeah.
I really.
And
that trailer for that one looks bad. Huh?
Yeah.
Kramer.
Well, Zachary Levi's like embroidered muscles are never any. They're never convincing, and like up against the Rock's like shoulder muscles are popping out of that thing, man. It made me laugh. Like Jay and Steve knows, it made me laugh every time they showed muscled Black Adam. I couldn't stop laughing. It's like it's the worst thing ever.
Oh, I'm the demuscled Black Adam. How are you?
Yeah, it's like who's that guy?
The Rock without muscles just looks weird to me. I'm like, I can't look at him normally. Like it's just like I
always see his neck. It was weird. It's like you have a neck.
Wait a minute,
you're not supposed to have a neck.
So the woman is Isis, no? Was she named in this movie or no?
No.
I didn't even pick up that she was the mighty Isis.
I thought she was.
No, not that Isis. Like the one that marries Black Adam in the comics.
Oh.
Yeah. Is that who that chick's gonna be? The other lady with the
I
son?
think so. I don't even know if they gave her a name because the script is so half
They
baked.
probably did, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
Oh, it is Isis.
Yeah, I mean, her
It
brother
is.
probably called her by that name or whatever. But yeah, man, she's a hottie.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand her. I couldn't stand her when every time she spoke. It's like, I don't care about anything. I just want to save my son. But you did care a minute ago. Like
You
that's
care
my
about all
problem.
this.
It's like you cared about your big country a minute ago. And now you don't care about it because you just want your son back. It's like, yeah, but if you give this to Sabak, he's going to kill everybody. Yeah, but I want my son back. But didn't you care about your country? You just did this big speech.
He's
You
gonna
shoot
kill you
Hawkman
all.
out. Yeah, you shoot out Hawkman, saying you guys are a bunch of losers because you saved the planet 1,000 times, but you didn't save me. It's like, okay, but now I don't care. It's like, okay, so now you don't care about your son. So sacrifice your son to save the country.
Exactly. She's annoying. The son was trying to be heroic. I actually didn't mind the kid. I liked the kid.
Yeah.
I didn't like it, but she was obviously a lovely woman. But she was an annoying mouthpiece for the writers.
Yeah, that will be a disaster if it's this Captain Marvel versus Black Adam. That will be a literal disaster.
I don't know if I like, like I read some of the newer Shazam comics. I don't know if I like a lot of people having the powers. Like I kind of
hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, I don't, and I certainly don't like it happening so quickly. It's just like I understand why they're doing that one, but like when it should have just been Captain Marvel. Like it should have just been Billy alone. You could have Mary and Freddie in there as friends or whatever. And then maybe Mary gets it in the next one or something. Like having the whole having all the foster kids all have powers. I'm like, yeah, but I don't. Now you just diluted it to where I don't care about any of these people, and they're not unique enough. They're literally, I hate to say tokenized, but they're literally. It's like
they
token
are.
whatever, token whatever, token whatever. It's like, what characters are they? Like you didn't build up these characters. Maybe by like the third movie, you could have had this family get together, so I know who these characters are. It's all Billy's story. Then at the end, it's tacked on where they get all these powers. And I thought it was kind of neat visually. They're all cool. They're all.
It's a good reveal, and people clapped when we saw it.
People clapped, and I thought it was neat too. You're like, oh, that's kind of cool. But then you're like, yeah, but I don't care about any of them.
These guys?
Like if they all died, I wouldn't care at all. Like, it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. The little girl is still a little girl
cute.
when she's a big muscle chick, and she's like she's saying all this baby stuff. And
yeah, she is cute.
It's fun.
It's fun, exactly. But I'm saying
it's fun, but they're not characters. It's like I like the Marvel family in the old cartoons and stuff in the old comics, right?
Yeah, I think I had. Yeah, when I'm watching that movie, I'm going, well, this is all kind of entertaining if I don't love Captain Marvel. If I don't have all that baggage of loving him and hating what they did to him in the Screw 52 and then later. Yeah. And plus, before that, I hate when I believe it was actually Roy Thomas or Ordway, one of these jerks decided that he would have Billy's mind inside of Captain Marvel's body. Which he would act like a child when he was Captain Marvel. That was not the case for a long time during his history. That was done late 80s, early 90s when, and then later he said, no. He has, the wisdom of Solomon has to mean something. And when he would say the words, he acted like a wise adult. There was a difference between Captain Marvel and Billy, and they blurred that line. I've never liked that.
But but they've never looked back since then.
That's been what it
and
is.
You're right. Like, where's the wisdom, of Solomon, right? It's like,
and even if it is Billy though, and I don't know, I think Sean pointed this out, or somebody, maybe Sean, I think.
Right away, in the movie, they show Billy being a very wise beyond his years, like guy. And then when he's Captain Marvel or whatever they call him, Shazam, Zachary Levi plays it completely differently. So it's like, well, you guys have to study each other first and then do this, because I don't know, that character, the kid character that you see in that movie, wouldn't be the goofball that he is when he's Zachary Levi. It just wouldn't,
Yeah, the excuse for that is that, well, now he's free and doesn't have any worries, so he could be a kid again, which he could never be because he was on his own. So when he's got all the powers, he could be a kid and do whatever he wanted to do that he wasn't able to do as himself when he was on the run and trying to survive. I understand what they're going for, but it's weird anyways. Just because this is like the Halloween End thing. Yeah, I understand what's happening in this movie, but I don't like it. I don't like it for this movie. It's like same thing with Shazam. Yeah, we understand what you're doing, but it doesn't mean it fits right for what you're trying to tell here. And also too, it just makes him too goofy. Because then I'm like, I can't get like it's like I'm like, well, I'd rather just be Billy Batson. Like if you're a kid watching this, it's like I'm gonna dress up as Billy Batson for Halloween because if I dress up as Shazam, I'm an idiot.
Well, I mean, why would you become Shazam to sit on a psychiatrist's couch and then you're not even in a psychiatrist's office? It's like a
pediatrician.
Yeah. Is Billy that stupid?
Like,
yes. That joke fell flat in the trailer, for God's sake.
Oh,
yeah, it's awful. And then like he's fighting Helen Mirren and her drapes, and I'm like, what is going on? Like this is ridiculous.
Wow.
That's not a box office draw. Like, who wants to see that? We all wanted to see him fight Black Adam. It's like, now you have him, but it's like you can't even do that. You know,
aim low. This was your thing, Sean.
Like, were these characters
Mr. Mind?
Yeah, were these characters in the comics? Who are these guys? Like, you could bring back an iPad for someone cool. You're like, I don't know.
I think they're like from Screw 52 or something, but they're not like. I mean, I wanted to see Mr. Mind. I mean, they already ruined Savannah.
Yeah. They teased Mr. Mind at the end of the last movie.
They did.
Where are they? Where is he? You know.
And how about fight the Monster Society?
That would be cool.
How about fight Captain Marvel villains? But we can't have that because again, Screw 52 ruined him. I mean, even though I had problems with him before that, it was fine. Screw 50. I remember picking up that comic. I didn't buy any Screw 52, but I was at a Barnes and Noble or something. And that first one, it was in the back of Justice League, and I was so disgusted that you turned Billy Batson into a little thief and a little dirtbag scumhole.
Yeah,
and another thing, I'm sick of lightning powers with him. That's another thing. Captain Marvel does not need stupid lightning powers, you jackass Jeff Johns, you idiot.
I don't even understand
he's
why.
Not lightning
it's
lad.
Magic. It's not light. Right. I was gonna say it's magic. It's like the lightning represents the magic of Shazam, of all of the powers coming into him. It's not. Oh, I can shoot lightning. That was so stupid.
So
and even
bad.
Black Adam shoots lightning. Why does he shoot lightning for? Like
that's some Jeff Johns crap.
Yeah. Whose ability was that? Is that Solomon? Is that Hercules? Like which one of those guys? Zeus? I guess Zeus has lightning.
It used to be. They used it a little bit like when Mark Waid tried to abuse it a little bit in Kingdom Come, where he would say the word and dodge the lightning, and it would hit Superman because it was magic. He did that. Actually, wasn't the first one in the 70s Superman versus Shazam Big Treasury Edition. That was done a little bit in that too, but that's a little bit different from blasting people with lightning, like Lightning Lad or something.
Right.
Jerks. I hate that.
It'd be cool if they incorporated more Captain Marvel villains because there's a lot of great ones.
Yeah, like, Captain Nazi.
Yes, they're not going to do that, but Mr. Adam would be cool.
Right.
King Cull, like the big
Cull dude or whatever.
Yeah.
How about the Monster Society of Evil?
Yes, yeah. Dude, like there's so many. You could do so many movies.
You need an action. Okay, look. I'm gonna get guys take notes on this. You don't have to take notes. You already know this, but take notes. I want to see fights that matter. I don't want to see 90-year-old women who are falling down and need CGI to hold them up to fight Captain Marvel. Like, what is happening here? It's like the lowest. I got this great idea. Why don't we do this thing where there's these? It's the Society of the Elderly, and they're all in wheelchairs.
God!
It's like I don't understand this. It's like, look, I gotta say that I'll say this for Black Adam. And then literally Amanda Waller calls up Hawkman, and she's like, okay, Hawkman, who do you got? He's like, okay, I'm bringing Dr. Fate, I'm bringing Atom Smasher. Like, okay, yeah, bring some guys and have this, let's throw it down, let's have a fight. Now, he didn't say, I'm calling in the friggin' Elderly Society, the Elderly Society of America, and it's like all people in wheelchairs and stuff, and it's like their wheelchairs combined to form a crutch so they can kind of move. Like, I don't know.
It's like Voltron.
At one point, Miss Marvel is like, how do we fight this? It's like, fight what? Like, goddamn, you better have like mega monsters in this movie for her to say that line. I don't know.
Maybe she raises, like, do they raise monsters? Is that what it's going to be? Like,
I think there's a monster that they fight in the trailer, no?
Like, my problem is that if Captain Marvel punches Helen Mirren once, she's going to disintegrate into like, if I can
maybe she'll turn into a monster.
If I can beat up the main villain, this is not exciting.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I could beat up Helen Mirren. I'm 100%, and Sean might be able to beat her up too. I'm not 100%. There's like
Maybe,
a 60% chance that Sean
probably
could
got
do
some
it.
fury in her, but yeah.
They already ruined Savannah, but still use him. I mean, he's supposed to be, he's supposed to be Captain Marvel's #1 villain.
Right.
Yeah.
And I like Mark Strong. Don't get me wrong, but I don't really like what they did to him. But still, why not? Why won't he be in the next one? Him and Mr. Mind.
Or do the whole family like they did in the old comics, right?
Yeah, the Savannah family.
It's family, yeah.
Oh my god!
Awesome.
I mean,
Well, he killed his brother and all that.
Isn't this so the typical second superhero movie where it's just like he's sitting there, he's like, I don't know if I can.
Yeah, started by Superman too. I know. Yeah.
But he's always like, it's always the second movie where it's like, I don't know if I'm worthy of these powers. I don't know if I can do this. It's like all the time.
Not in Batman Returns.
No.
Hey, crap rewarded is crap repeated. Everyone enjoyed that first one. They want to make it jokey and funnier this time.
Yeah.
That's what happened with.
I said before, I'll say it again. 2 Shazam movies, a Black Adam movie, 1 Superman movie. Like I get they're now talking about like, oh, we're gonna make another one. It's like it's been like 9 years, and I didn't like Man of Steel, whatever you want to call it. But I want more Superman. And Superman needs to be like prominent in pop culture. Like Superman needs to be more relevant. And like you do that by making more stuff. And they haven't done it. It's like they're embarrassed by the character. But make more Shazam.
Yeah.
It's
ridiculous. Well, now we got James Gunn. So.
Oh God. And he hates Superman. So
hey Dad Man, how's it going?
Hey Dad Man, what's up, buddy?
Yeah,
but they say he's gonna make one. You know what? He might not make one. Maybe he'll have the good sense, as creep though he may be in real life. He has some sense. I think maybe he'll go, look, I might not be the guy for that job, but I'll get the right guy for that job.
Produce it
because he should be treated well. Maybe even James Gunn won't try to make a ridiculous, like ugly joke of him. Way he did something like a character we don't care about, like Peacemaker, which no one gives a crap what he does with him. Maybe he will actually say, Superman should be treated with some respect. Let me get somebody in here who will do it right.
Well, the canary in the coal mine is going to be Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It's like I shudder to think what they're going to do with him.
It's going to be so bad.
They're going to either make fun of him through the characters, or he's going to be jokey, or maybe both. I don't know.
Maybe not, though.
It's Gunn.
Maybe not, though. We don't know that for sure. Like
with him
I don't know, man.
With him directing, buddy.
Man, it's Adam Warlock in the MCU.
Oh,
MCU now, so it's really gonna be bad.
Anything in the MCU? The MCU is like
God.
Every time you say the MCU, like an angel.
It's not the MCU anymore. It's the MCU, so it's gonna be worse. It's gonna be a joke,
guys. I'm gonna call it a night. I had a long day, so I just wanted to check in. Black Adam was great. Well, it was really damn good. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's not like the other comic book movies out there, I swear. It's actually worth your time to watch. Take care, guys. Clobby, great talking to you again.
Good talking to you, man. Take care,
Peace
buddy.
out.
All right, later.
Clobby, I missed it. Did you like the movie or no?
I thought it was pretty good. I give it about like a 6 to 6.5. Yeah, I was surprised. In fact, I was telling them, Sean, that I was so on the I didn't care. I wasn't really going to see it. And I was out and about yesterday, and I'm like, it's $7.
Yeah.
If it sucks, I'll be able to whine about it. And if I like it, I'll be shocked and probably die of a heart attack. But yeah, I thought it was okay. I enjoyed it. Not perfect. I hate what they did to Hawkman and even Cyclone. I hate that kind of garbage. But it's what a superhero movie. I know he's not necessarily a superhero, but there were superheroes in it. Let's put it like that. Right. Should be. It should be wall-to-wall action. I'm not fond of the Snyder-y type of actions that they used in it, but unlike Snyder, it was about heroism and even redemption, which none of his movies get close to even touching on.
Right.
You had heroes trying to be heroic, trying to do the right thing, and you had a movie that's heart was in the right place, I thought, as far as being moving quickly, not necessarily being all that complicated, sure, but being not being as dark and disgusting as I thought it might be.
Yeah, I thought ultimately it's a worthless movie, but it's the kind of thing that like 5-6 years from now you'll go back and it's a fun little gem to throw in every now and again, right?
Yeah.
And it's weird to me that they chose this as their starting point for JSA, because I was telling J-Man like in the theater while the movie is going, it's like they're just introducing concepts and just not explaining them, and I like that.
Me too.
But it's like, but yeah, like I joked about the one scene where Cyclone's like, "Oh, is this whole ship made out of nth metal?" And they're like, "Yeah," and I was like, this audience has no clue what nth metal is, and I point at people and say, "That guy doesn't know. That guy doesn't know." It's like none of them know.
They don't know what
this
nth
is
metal
why
is.
Steve doesn't sit between us. That's what I was telling them. I was like, Steve, it's like Sean and I will just bitch about things as they're happening. But no, I was seeing a lot of positives. Like, that's pretty cool. Oh, that looks pretty good.
Yeah. I expected to hate it, dude. So for me, it was better. You know, it was just an okay movie, but I'm expecting to walk out going, "Good God!"
And I like the like, sure, they had younger Atom Smasher and like race swapped Cyclone, but they explain it in the context of the movie. So like a Cyclone that you know and like Atom Smasher that you know are not completely erased. It's like, well, the Fonz is Atom Smasher.
The Fonz is Atom Smasher.
Fonz was the Al Pratt.
Yeah.
Hey, Justin. Yeah, I'm close to 1,000, buddy.
Oh, cool. You get having Fonzie as Al Pratt was kind of funny.
Yeah.
And they mentioned that now. I guess Cyclone, if she's a hunkle, that means Ma Hunkle was now not what she was. Never. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, she's the granddaughter, I think,
of Ma Hunkle.
Phantom Outsider told me.
Right, Ma Hunkle was the original Red Tornado from the Golden Age.
Yeah.
Not a robot.
You know, so we're at this point now where they changed some things around, but the guy who was Hawkman was like, I mean, he was badass, and he's like, I'm here to help people. I want to save them, and I love when Black Adam is throwing those guys. He's like, shit, I gotta go rescue them. I can't let them die. and then he's like, dude, you're throwing these guys. I was like, well, you rescued them, didn't you? It's all good. And they kept Black Adam as a villain. He was a piece of shit. And he didn't give a care about anybody. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. And Cyclone, I liked her, and she's like talking to Adam, and she's like, you know what, like, it's like, oh yeah, we're cool, and this is all good. And she wasn't smart alecky or trying to talk shit about people. She was a good person. I was like, you know what? Yeah,
that's true. They were decent characters.
They're characters, and
they weren't annoying.
I love Hawkman's like, dude, you're falling on people. He's like falling on people.
Yeah, it's like, you mean words.
Like, we're gonna have words after that. And then when Atom Smasher's running and like cars, he's like, shit, he's trying to stop. He's like, whoa, careful. He's like trying to stop the cars from that's fun.
They were good people. They weren't a-holes. Like if this had been Snyder trash, everyone would have been mopey with frowns on their face. The world's horrible. Everyone's full of crap, and again, and there wouldn't have been any heroism talk. They wouldn't be there to stop him from what they think is him doing villainous things. They'd have been there because Waller told them to, and they're there to kick his ass, and that's it. Right. And they don't care about anything. They were trying to save people, and even though I don't like what they did to Hawkman, I do like that actor, and he was constantly telling him, "Hey, you're a villain. You're not heroic. Heroes don't kill people." And all this stuff, and that was what you need, and that has to be in a superhero story for me, or it's not a superhero story.
Yeah, I agree, and that's what's missing from those other ones. Like, soon as Hawkman started talking, I was like, "Oh yeah!" Like literally,
I'll never move on. By the way,
is that move on? Oh, that's Andrew. Andrew likes to.
I don't move on.
Andrew says move on, but if you say anything against Tobey Maguire, then he has a meltdown. So it's like,
exactly.
I'll never move on from Snyder being a hack, dude.
Yeah, I think. And speaking of, we got hey, Zack Snyder family, what's going on, man?
I think to date, the most accurate live action Hawkman is the roast, because like from the 70s. It's like that was the comic come to life, and they got like a big bodybuilder guy to play him too, so that was cool.
Well, yeah. So like when Wonder Woman was in the beginning of her first movie, where she's like saying I want to help people and all that, and then she comes and she's like saying no, I gotta go, or we gotta do something. She's awesome. Hawkman's awesome. Like these are my favorite characters, and Dr. Fate. These are like my favorite characters now in the DC EU or whatever.
Yeah. The thing is, like, this movie should never have been made, like stuff like this should never have been concentrated on and greenlit. It's like they should have just concentrated on getting their core characters on screen, like, you know, like doing a better Batman. I know they got this new The Batman. That doesn't even make any sense because it's not part of the whole universe that they wanted to make. Superman was nothing. Wonder Woman, you know, they had 2 movies, and, you know, everyone but J-Man was disappointed by that second one.
Oh, you got
but the green light, it's just weird to me. It's like, I don't care how big a star The Rock is. Why in hell is there a Black Adam movie? I don't know.
Because The Rock wants it.
Because of fanboys?
The Rock wanted it. He's like, I got to get this.
I know, but he wanted it for 10 years. It's like, even his might couldn't, like, bring it to fruition sooner, right? You know?
You know what's going to happen? This is not, because we all liked it. Sean, what did you give? Sean, Clobby said 6.5. Steve is at 6.5. I'm at a 7. What are you at, Sean? I didn't get.
I think it was at a 7 last time I checked, but okay, I could bring it down to 6.5. Yeah.
Why'd you leave it at 7? Why are you being so? Anyway. So we're in the 6 to 7 range.
Yeah.
Now 6 to 7 range using my system is pretty good, because by my system a 5 is a pass. Like, I legitimately think Eternals is like 2 out of 10 or something. Like,
that's 2 more than I give it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I there's some cool, like, there's
nothing good in that movie, dude.
But J-Man, we're giving it like favorable ratings, but how much of that is relative rather than objective, right?
No,
like, objectively, this isn't a good movie. Objectively, this isn't a good movie, but relative to what we've seen, it's good. And that's, I think, where the shock is. Oh, it's pretty good. Pretty good for these DC movies. Hey, they're heroic in this one. Like, that shouldn't even be a remarkability, but it is.
Agreed.
You know, so you watch this, like, oh, you know, the characters are good. I like them. You know, they're heroic. Good movie. It's like, but it's relative to the other ones. It's good. Objectively, it's kind of not a good movie. It doesn't hold up. The story is piss. You know,
that's why I gave 0.5 to story.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not doing it relative to other movies. I'm saying I'm doing it relative. Well, firstly, you have to do relative to movies because it's part of a thing. It's like, I'm not giving Halloween Part 1 a 10 out of 10 versus Lawrence of Arabia, which I also give 10 out of 10. I'm not versusing those movies. I'm versusing Halloween versus other slasher movies, right? That's how I do it. Well, that's how I do it for space.
Sure.
It's like, I'm giving 7 out of 10 to a superhero movie, which is up against other superhero movies from this thing. It's like, if we're looking at MCU, I'm ranking MCU versus MCU because that is what, like, if we take Winter Soldier, let's say Captain America 1, Winter Soldier, maybe the first Avengers. I like Avengers 2 also, but whatever. Like, what's another really good one? Like, everyone likes Captain America, Avengers, Winter Soldier, Guardians 1. Like, those are the big ones. So then you got to compare to those. Like, Eternals compared to that, if we say that Winter Soldier's a 10 out of 10 or whatever we give it, then Eternals is like a 1 or 2 out of 10 because it's trash, right? So if you take Eternals versus, like, I don't know, like, one of my favorite movies is 12 Angry Men. If it has something to do with it, it's like, well, okay, I mean, but you can't compare those, right? Like, but Eternals is garbage anyways. So that is, I think relative does matter because we're not comparing this to Halloween Ends, right? Halloween Ends for me is like a 4.
Right? I agree with Jay Caselli. Not only are these people that he said are hacks, I'm a hack, J-Man is a hack, and Sean is a hack. And Steven, who is not here, is also a hack. So I want to clear that up.
Zack Snyder,
all hacks.
Zack Snyder, Hawkman, Reeves is a hack. I don't know. I'm not sure what you're saying there.
We're all hacks.
We're all hacks.
I'm proud of it.
But the fact of the matter is that, like, what I was gonna say,
I know it was sarcasm, Jay.
We know,
which was so was mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we're all hacks here, but
yeah, I am a hack though. But the thing is, like, people are now not gonna. What if this doesn't do well? Because my fear is that this was more stepping in the right direction, and if this doesn't do well, then DC or Warner or whoever owns this thing now, maybe someone else by the time the stream ends, is going to be like, oh, we better course correct and go back to the super dark stuff again. Like, I don't want them to course correct the wrong way.
I think we're thinking in terms of the old regime. That's all they did was react, and that's how they dug themselves a deeper and deeper hole, right? It's like, why would you greenlight that Flash movie? Are you stupid?
Yeah,
and then now they have all this trouble with it. It's like, yeah, well, I could have told you that just sitting on my couch eating chips. It's like, you don't need expertise to tell you how stupid you're being.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. But if they can do a Man of Steel 2 or call it something else, perhaps maybe call it something else just to get it away from that.
Please call it something else.
Superman.
Call
There's
it
never been a
Superman.
movie called Superman.
That's
right.
true, because the other one's
Superman the
called
movie is not Superman.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
Like Star Trek, the
There you
motion picture, and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's called
Yeah.
the movie.
Yeah.
I would definitely do Henry Cavill back in the proper costume with the trunks, and probably make it less armory. I don't like this armored texture to it.
And
but
ignore all the Snyder shit.
ignore
That'd be
all
for
of
me.
it. Just ignore the whole damn thing. Just have
Yeah.
Henry Cavill have both parents dead. Have Jonathan
Start
Michael
over.
Kent dead, and just have him.
Yeah.
You don't have to. I don't want to see the origin retold. Just have him be normal. And you know what they got to do? Okay, they got to do this next one starting in space. I want to see Superman in space helping two weird aliens or something. And like he fights some guy and comes back and they're like, wow, Superman, thank you so much. You saved our planet. And he's like, oh, you're welcome or whatever. And I want the science fiction brought into it.
Right.
And like, because I've been going back through it, and well, Clobby got me on Legion, right? So I've been going back through and reading even old Superman comics where it's like, yeah, it's like, I just read this random issue the other day where there's these two, it's like a brain in a glass pyramid, and it's like projecting its like image or something, and it's like his wife is missing, so Superman's helping find the wife. I'm like, this is like awesome.
Cool.
And then that was like Action Comics 200 or some random issue, I don't know what it was. And then he flies back to Earth, and then there's something going on, maybe Parasite or whatever, like there's something happens, there's an experiment or Metallo or somebody like that, and he fights that. Just make the movie 100 minutes. Don't make it 3 hours, right? Hey, Fenrir.
Hey, Fenrir, what's up, buddy?
Yeah,
Oh,
Superman
buddy,
needs a
what's
trunks.
up?
Yeah, I agree with you. He needs a trunks.
He needs the trunks,
He needs
yes.
the trunks. And have him make it 100 minutes. Don't spend $300 million and make 3 hours. Do a 100-minute movie. The first 20 minutes in space where he's helping space thing, and then you could have a space thing help them. Maybe something comes from that in the end of the movie, like, you know, they're like, oh, Superman, if you ever need something from us, we can help you. And maybe he needs an extra oomph and they give him something, or they help him in some way or whatever. I want the science fiction to come back into Superman. That's what makes it cool. And
make him jovial and, make him freaking human.
Yeah.
Like, look, I've said this a million times. All of the ingredients to make Superman a character on the screen are in front of your face. He grew up in Midwest America somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
He came as an infant, so he's culturally a human.
Right.
He has Midwestern values. He had crushes. He went to school. Like he's culturally a human being. Instead of, like, he has all these powers. Instead of joining the army or becoming a cop or something like that, or being like a mercenary or something, he became a reporter because he wants to he wants to know the truth. Yeah, he likes to figure things out. Like, he's not some monster from another planet that like thinks that everyone is beneath him. That's never been the character. And I hate that interpretation of it because it's kind of xenophobic. Like, if you're from somewhere else, you're always that thing. That's what people are saying when they say, well, Superman's always this Kryptonian guy that always thinks he's Kryptonian and thinks he's like above everyone. Well, he's not. He grew up in like Kansas or something. It's like he has a favorite football team. He has a favorite baseball team. He has a favorite band. Just approach him as a person, and like make him a human being. Yes, he's Kryptonian, but like he's culturally us. And I don't know why they don't approach it that way.
I think just have him fight Prankster and Toyman and Terra Man. No, just kidding.
Yeah,
just kidding.
Terra Man.
Kidding.
Toyman, Toyman. You can make a giant robot or something.
Well, Brainiac, Metallo,
They could do Parasite. I liked the way they fought Parasite in that cartoon. There's that one cartoon.
Brainiac has to be the one first. It just has to.
I like to see Brainiac. It's hard to Luther.
Because it's like it's 2022 and we haven't seen a Superman versus Brainiac movie like in live action at all. That's craziness,
Indeed. You can have barely mention Luther if you must, but have him part of it, perhaps. Even I'm saying you should, but Brainiac, absolutely.
Okay. So how about this, Sean? Let's link these ideas. So the first 20 minutes of the movie, he's in outer space, saving some alien race or doing something, and make it super alien, like not like guy in green makeup, like weird creatures that are like completely weird.
Right,
Like,
and Brainiac is off in a distance in
yes,
a skull ship,
yeah,
viewing this like, oh, what's this shit?
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. See, we're thinking along the same. There
yeah,
you go.
no, I know.
It's like there you go, and that links my idea, and
He
then
follows them,
it
and he's like, yeah.
he follows them, and he's like, oh shit, what's going on over here? What do we got over here, boys? Right? So
Yeah.
it's like, there you go. I mean, like we just wrote
You
Superman
could do the
movie
Jeff Johns story where like he traps them in a city, like in a formerly Kryptonian city. Superman learns a bit more about himself, but then fights Brainiac, and Brainiac is always in that ship. It's his robots. You can make their model of robots after your favorite design from the mid '80s. There, right? The superpowers.
The superpowers Brainiac is awesome.
Yeah,
I know some
G-Man
people
loves
are,
it.
I
You're
don't care.
traumatizing Jay in the chat there.
Oh, what's going?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Andrew.
Why are you
Oh,
so
what's going
spoiled though?
on?
We try to
Oh,
get
he's
what
he's
we
fine.
want.
Well,
Well,
that's never
it's
possible.
never going to happen. We're speculating as fans and having fun with it.
And we're not hurting anybody. We hope.
Yeah.
They should do my idea because it's the and Sean's
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
Yeah,
of course
there's
they
so
should.
many great villains, and the thing, like, he's one of the great characters of comics, and like we haven't seen any of his villains realized, really. It's just nuts to me. It's just nutty. I don't get. And plus, there's a whole Superman family you can expand. You can have a Supergirl, and you can have a Val-Zod Superman. You can have everything you want, like the Black Superman, the Asian Superman. What's his name? I can't remember his name. You know, J-Man, you read the thing.
Sorry, I was trying to go back and trying to reread what happened.
Yeah.
And Andrew, people keep saying this, but it's wrong. Superman.
No, I
Superman
hate that
Returns
argument.
I hate that
Oh my
argument.
God.
It's not that.
Yeah.
Also, I hate to pull rank, but like Clobberin Times owned a comic book store and read every comic there ever was from 19 whatever up to 1980 something, and I'm like, Superman's my favorite character, and Sean loves Superman, so we're gonna pull rank on you. We need to be in charge.
I've read all the Golden
Rank.
Age.
Rank half its privilege.
Rank, indeed.
Pulling
Stop
rank.
trying to.
Look,
I wish I
Superman
could
Returns did
recreate
not.
this for you.
Superman Returns is an
It's a piss
atrocity.
movie.
It's
Yes, it's terrible.
nothing like the Donner movies. It's not optimistic at all. And Superman is an immature, like kind of weird, creepy character in
He
that
left
movie.
for 5 years, which is ridiculous.
Which is
Yeah,
stupid.
flies in that kid's room and starts touching him. It's like
It
it's just a
sucks.
weird movie, man.
It was
Well-
Bryan Singer projecting.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
really.
Christopher Reeve would never do that.
No, sir.
Bryan Singer should team up with Zack Snyder for the ultimate worst movie ever.
He like
boy.
morph into like
Powers combined.
Together, they could make the worst movie the universe has ever seen.
That'd be awesome.
A movie you could not even look at for 5 minutes without going insane.
You know what's really bad is the Titans TV series. I watched 4 episodes and talked
A half hour for me.
Oh, half an hour. Yeah, that's pretty good. For you, that is really good. It's literally Zack Snyder meets CW. It's like when Dick Grayson stabbed a guy in the balls with scissors.
He said F Batman. I'm going.
Yeah.
No, right. Okay. So hold on. Let me tell you what. Okay. So like 2 or 3 episodes in, Dick Grayson takes these shears and shoves them in the guy's crotch. I'm like, this is like
great,
outrageous.
And people watch that shit. So.
I can't. Like I was beside myself. I'm like, I can't. I don't know. I was beside myself.
See what I mean?
What are we missing here? Third Metallo. Okay, Metallo. Yeah, Brainiac. So Sean and I already wrote the new Superman movie. So the sequel. So we got Brainiac. Third movie. So what's the third movie? Metallo. Okay. Fourth is Mongol. Okay.
Yeah, there's so much you can do.
A lot of stuff.
You could do Death of Superman at one point. A good one though, not this crap ass.
But you got to do my rules. Remember my rules, my Superman rules. Superman cannot be depowered. Superman cannot has to wear the costume, the proper costume. What was I had like the
You'll have different costumes.
There should be rules.
They want to toy-size the guy, right? So
they could toy it with nobody cares about toys anymore though, Sean. That's the other thing. it's like the only people buying them is us.
Yep, exactly. What Moar do you want, people? I don't know.
I don't like Mark Miller.
Guess for the reason you can't call anyone, especially your heroes.
Especially your heroes. Sure, you can. They're your heroes. You can count on me. I'll tell you something. You can count. I am unbiased in all ways. I don't care about anything. I'm not trying to impress anybody.
I'm a gatekeeper. I don't give a shit.
Listen, I mean, like, I'm just gonna tell you what I think. That's it. I'm always gonna be. I'm never gonna pander to anybody. I've unsubscribed many YouTube channels who I thought were like, oh, I get what's going on here. You know, you're doing whatever. I'm not doing that. I don't care. And if I like it, and I'm on the wrong side on a lot of movies, like Highlander 2, as everyone makes fun of, even though Sean likes Highlander 2 also.
I'm trying to read how much Black Adam's going to make.
I see director.
In the opening weekend's projected for 60 million. It was.
I hope it does well because I do. I like this movie and I want it to do well. So Christ, like, I mean, that Birds of Prey was so bad. I mean, some of these were so bad. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know. Well, I think Marvel's maybe worse. Oh gosh, I hate doing DC versus Marvel because I'm not that guy.
Well, there's more bad. Like per capita, there's more bad DC than Marvel. I'll always give them this, and we always talk about this. I always bring this up because I still can't believe it. It's like if you read the comics when we did, you know, in the 80s into the 90s, and you're like, you know, 9, 10, 11, 12. I always wanted the Marvel stuff to be on screen, treated well. I wanted people to know who these characters were before MCU. Most people didn't know who Steve Rogers and Tony Stark were. And now they do. And, like, I mean, Thanos is a household name. That's crazy to me. You know, the Infinity Gauntlet's a household thing now. It's amazing. We got some sacrifices along the way. But I mean, you know, there's a third Ant-Man movie coming out. Like, I never thought there'd be one Ant-Man movie, let alone
that's
3.
True.
You know,
that's nuts. Either. You know,
that is nuts.
And that is the dream. DC has not done that even with the most classic characters. You know, like where's Superman 5? Where is it?
All DC does is embarrass their characters on the CW most of the time.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Yep. I'll say this, Fenrir. I spoke. This is before I had a YouTube channel. We had a Google Facebook group or something, right? Or no, not Google. Google. What was that called? It was a Google group.
G+.
G+. That's what it was. I friggin' interviewed.
You interviewed him with my questions.
I interviewed the guy. His name is Cena Grace, who is writing Iceman.
Yeah.
The new Iceman comics. I interviewed him. And he told me that they didn't. This is coming from the guy.
Yeah.
He wanted to write a Wolverine story, and he had all these great ideas for a Wolverine story. And Marvel told him, "You can't write that. You have to write the gay character."
The gay character, yeah.
Because he's gay.
That's Marvel.
Yeah, there you go.
This is not me making something up.
You're black. You write the black character. It's like if I want to write Spider-Man, like we can write the black Spider-Man. Like no, I want to write Peter Parker.
Jay Caselli. Now we'll be taking that back. I watched the first 2 seasons of The Flash, and put up with it, even though I didn't like it that much. When in the beginning of the 3rd season, when I thought they were doing that flush, when I saw they were doing the Flashpoint trash, I said goodbye, and I don't look back. I hate the CW. It can go rotten hell.
I've seen all the Flash. I've almost done all the Supergirl. I tapped out.
That was bad too.
I tapped out on Batwoman. I couldn't do it.
So sorry, my new friend Jay Caselli. I hate to disappoint you, man. I would not do anything to hurt you, but
yeah, I couldn't do. I'll post a link shortly because I for people if they want to come on, and then I'll fight with them.
That's cool. I'm at the run in a minute anyway. I got to get ready for the show, buddy.
Yeah. So when you got to go clubbing, then I'll post because I'm good. I'll fight with people. I like fighting.
You can handle it. I would love to actually. You know me. I'm never. But you don't need 2 of us here. You guys can do it easily.
I've been fighting on my own forever. I'll fight anybody too.
Oh yeah, and hey, let's not all fight. Let's all get along, my friend.
Yeah, man.
It's not good. I had a good troll. My troll isn't here today. I had a good troll.
Who's your good troll?
Marcus is one of my troll buddies. He comes on and just says Chris Reeve is trash and it's whatever. So he's not on, so I'm disappointed because he always helps me out because he comments a lot and it helps the algorithm, right? So
Did he leave?
no, Marcus isn't here today. I'm very upset.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't seen him at all on here.
Oh man, that's a shame. But I welcome anyone to come hang out on my end. They can troll me if they want to. I mean, but you have them all the fun because you get the trolls. I don't get it. Well, I get a few, you know.
Yeah.
But we had somebody last week on Saturday Night Star Trek. I'll tell you about it later. That really angered Raquel.
Oh wow. My God, really? Saturday Night Star Trek. I lurk for most of it, and you know my opinion. It's 10 out of 10.
That's true.
Every Deep Space Nine episode,
even the shitty episodes are 10 out of 10.
Even the garbage episodes that are 5 out of 10 are still 10 out of 10.
Oh man, see, look at him. Look at the shill right here, folks.
Listen, I'll take that Paramount money.
Yeah. Hey, Zack Snyder fanboy. I hate Snyder, but you're welcome anytime to troll me anytime you want, my friend. It's all good here.
Zack Snyder fanboy and I both like Scarlet Witch, though, so we connect on that level.
Scarlet Witch.
Like Elizabeth Olsen in
who doesn't love her? I mean, look, we're guys here, aren't we? I mean,
of course. And I love Doctor Strange too. I don't care. I'll fight people. I loved it.
It's cool, man.
Sean, you liked it too.
I know it.
You love
That's acceptable. You don't get any shit from me for that one. I mean, if you like
it's probably the best Phase 4 movie.
Oh,
if you like,
of course.
Well, if you like Love and Blunder,
yeah.
If you like Love and Blunder, you know that would be too much. But yeah.
Whew. Yeah.
I mean,
that's
a noisy mess.
Awful.
Yeah.
That was it is noisy.
But it's now accepted as a noisy mess, though, by everyone. Yeah.
People need to wake up from that. That's really bad. And this is liking a cheese movie.
Love and Thunder.
Oh, I hate that. God.
People, they're waking up. No, they're like, yeah, this is crap. It's like, right.
Yeah.
Like Ragnarok, I gave a super pass to because I had Jack Kirby visuals and I thought it was a neat adventure. But they took everything that was bad about that movie and amplified it more in this new one. Thor's even stupider now. Now there's even more jokes. Now it's even more ludicrous. And now there's even more irritating characters. Remember Korg or whatever was kind of irritating, but kind of fun. Now he's full irritating. It's like,
got worse. Taki Watiti is an idiot. Was it what's his name?
Visuals, but the guy can't tell a story,
He's such
man.
An idiot.
It's he can't do characters. In this movie, I will look, man, Hawkman, when he started talking, I was like, well, this guy's badass. He's like, we're here to help. I'm like, well, this guy. And Dr. Fate being wise and their relationship together, how they kind of say, oh, we've been friends for so long. And even, look, man, when Dr. Fate was like, I'm going to do this, and he blocked him, I felt bad. And Hawkman's like, no, he goes, it was supposed to be me. He's like, it's okay. And I'm like, let Hawkman do it. He'll get reincarnated. It's fine. Hawkman gets reincarnated.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true, right? Hawkman should have done it.
Yes.
He's going to get reincarnated anyways. But when he blocked him, I was like, man, I like this. Like, there was some heart.
This movie had heart. It had faults, but it had heart. And no other DC movie has until this one for me, really.
For a while, yeah.
So, for this to be the one, if you'd said there could be some stupid DC movies you're not going to like, I'm going to say that figures. If you said, but the Black Adam, you're not going to mind too much, and it's going to have a little bit of heart and soul and some heroism, and it's hard to be. I'd be like, what? But yeah. So.
All right, guys, I put a link in the chat. Clobby.
All right, my friends. Thank you.
All right.
Sean, good to see you, buddy, as always, man.
Good to see you, man.
And Jay, man, thank you, brother. Thanks for having me. Good luck. Hey, all you my friends, new friends that I made there in the chat, and my good old buddy Fenrir's in there. You all have a good one, and please subscribe. Hit this like button here. Subscribe to Jay, man, if you haven't already. And thank you, bros. Appreciate you,
guys. And Clobby, your channel's link to your channel's in my description in case there's anyone.
Thank you, buddy.
I think mostly everybody here is.
Yeah, be sure to go to his channel, and today especially.
Tonight Star Trek, so I'll be done before Star Trek starts for sure.
All right, my friends. Take care, buddies. Have a good one.
See you.
Take care.
Later.
All right, so we got we got Andrew, who's in right away. Hello, and we have
Hello.
Morbius. That is Zack Snyder. Is that Zack Snyder fanboy?
Yep. Morbius. Are you kidding me?
Morbius is so much better than Love and Thunder.
Of course, that's so obvious.
Okay, I want to say, even though that movie's terrible, the only good performance was Matt Smith.
Yeah, Morbius. Look. I'll say this about Morbius. I don't think it's like a super trash movie. I just think it was an okay movie. That's it. It's not. Really,
it's on the level of the Venom films, but for some reason, people hate it a lot more than Venom.
I'm just tired of making villains anti-heroes.
Wait.
Hey, what's up?
Long time no see, Josh.
Wait,
bro, Andrew Casali, why don't you show up on the stream, bro?
Hi, how are you?
Stream.
Bro, what the? Dude, bro, this man get a haircut, bro. This man's is a whole lot more. This whole man's a
You
lot
look
more
completely
different.
Yeah.
This man's a completely different person.
It's been like almost a year.
Wow.
Jesus Christ!
Since I last put on my camera.
Wow.
Yeah, last time I saw you, you actually got a PC that actually works.
Yes. Yes.
My PC is that little, what's it called? Geekdom? It's like this big. It's awesome.
Jesus.
It just has
Plug
ports.
shit into it.
You just plug shit into it. I'm like, this is the best computer ever. It's
my
like
PC's as big as that.
Yeah, you're a gamer. You're doing gaming.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, you're doing game. I don't have a gaming PC.
We're too old for that.
I don't play games.
Also, I got a Mysterio.
Oh man, I just invaded your land. I mean, I just pushed the button. I didn't know this was gonna end like this. Sorry about that.
You're in. Now you're in. Now that's it. Okay, so what's everyone's? I gave it a 7 out of 10, which is tremendously generous. You're welcome, Black Adam makers.
I'll go
Sean
first.
gave it a 7. You got a 7, Sean, or you pretend to be a 6?
7, yeah, it's 7.
Yeah, okay, just go to 7. And Andrew, what did you say your rating was?
I said it was a 7. It was good,
7?
but not great.
Okay. Fenrir, what was? Did you give a rating? Or I don't know.
I give it a 7. It literally feels like a complete action flick that you just watch when you want to have some fun or waste time because nothing else is going on. So you just might want to do it. I mean, maybe grab a beer and something, and just watch. So yeah, 7.
All right, Josh, what were you at?
I already know what he's giving it.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, Josh, you didn't like it? You didn't like it, buddy?
No. Listen, I liked it. I would probably give it like a 5, maybe a 6. I would give it a 6 for the Henry Cavill cameo, like that.
Oh yeah, that was awesome,
bro.
That was
awesome. There is so much you can do with the DCU right now with just Henry like being the role, like.
Yeah.
But honestly, the main villain Sabak, he was wasted.
He was basically Satan.
He looks awesome.
Yeah, he was wasted, but I think the whole thing was supposed to be it was supposed to be a surprise for people. That, Black Adam isn't the villain.
They didn't tell anyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's a Shazam villain anyway, so.
True.
Really?
If they didn't show Sabak like in the trailers, like that would make for like a really like oh shit moment. Is it just didn't show him in the trailers at all?
No.
Yeah, I knew he was going to be in it. We all like kind of.
Yeah, we read it. Yeah.
And also, if anyone read those prequel comics, I read the Dr. Fate prequel comic. He's in the prequel comic. I'm like, Dr. Fate sees him. I'm like, okay, well, that's not a spoiler now. It's like nobody reads comics, right? So
wait, there's a prequel comic?
Yeah,
There's several prequel comics.
Fuck me.
Yeah, they made about 3. One with Dr. Fate, another with Cyclone, and
dang. Bro, I've been gone from streaming for like 7 months, and this Jesus Christ, bro.
What did you want me to call you, Morbius, dude, or what?
Just call me Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder's son or whatever.
No. I wish.
Mrs. Zack
That
Snyder.
would be so cool.
Piss off Clobberin, dog.
That would be so cool.
If I was Zack Snyder's son, he would have made a lot better superhero movies.
No,
Nah,
Shut your mouth. I like Man of Steel.
All right, so my
dude,
rating...
Man of Steel sucked.
It sucks. Everyone knows that.
I don't. That's like saying Spider-Man 3 sucked.
Well, Spider-Man 3 was
Spider-Man 3 sucked.
Oh, you should.
What? Amazing Spider-Man 2 was better. Just saying.
No way.
My ears.
God
bro,
damn it, man.
Listen, bro, Zack Snyder friend. Well, I'm loyal to you, bro, but that take is
I ain't wrong.
It's just wrong, man.
They did Venom and Sandman's story dirty.
Stop
and
it.
they did Spider-Man and MJ's relationship dirty.
Can you just stop talking, dude?
Bro, you're gonna get this man Angie's gonna have a meltdown just like the religion. Man.
Yeah, don't. Like,
all right. I'm sorry.
Let Andrew have his.
You won't like me when I'm pissed off.
All
right. My rating for Black Adam.
Yes.
It was 7.
Okay.
But then I thought about more. I have to give an 8.
So why are you going 1 up when we're all at?
Because I just realized something today after rewatching Dragon Ball Superhero. It felt like a Dragon Ball film. It felt like the action and the storytelling was on the level of a Dragon Ball show or episode. And I had that when I realized that, I just had a lot more fun with the story. So
The only reason I'm stuck at 7 and not going higher is that the storyline's pretty basic, and also I could care less about that country's plight. Like, I don't care. Like, when you're the hero, I'm like, I don't care. It's like I just want to see a JSA fighting Black Adam. That's my thing. And
Well, it was
that
only
was
for
the good
one
stuff.
scene, and then it was all about
I
the
was-
Satan guy.
After like I left the movie, I was literally thinking. I was like, I was sitting next to my sister. I was like, hey, yo, Joey. Okay. First of all, why does this kid take up about 45% of the
That's
runtime?
what I said.
Bro,
They
dude,
too
bro.
much of that movie.
No disrespect to the kid, but the kid was like the worst part of the movie. He was so fucking annoying. I swear to God.
They focused a lot on that kid.
Yeah, I think they wanted to give Black Adam a kid friend to make him do the right thing or something.
It was basically to
That
get
is the
him
reason-
on the
that's the
path
reason.
of becoming a hero.
But Black Adam shouldn't be a hero. See, my problem
that's the
still
thing.
comes back to that. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's the thing. Black Adam is a villain. I've been seeing this kind of trend lately. We want to make
Well, with them
villains
making
into
villain
heroes
anti-heroes?
with the freaking gray area crap. Just make villains murderous psychopaths and heroes good guys. Good versus evil is a good thing. We need that again.
Everyone's favorite character is the Joker, who's the most evil scumbag of all time.
Oh,
yeah.
And it's like,
exactly.
We need other because it's like guys, Black Adam could be a villain too. He's destroying shit. It's like he's murdering people. It's like wow. But yeah, it's like they made him. He's killing the bad people. It's like okay, well,
That's like with Venom. There's like bad guys.
I don't like.
That,
I don't
look,
like
if
Venom.
you
I don't
kill
like those
him
Venom
killing
movies, to be
bad
honest,
people doesn't justify him killing people. He's still
Right.
killing people. That's still evil.
Right, exactly.
True.
So you're saying Hawkman was right?
But then again,
Of course, Hawkman
Yes.
was right.
but then again,
Of course, he was right.
the Avengers kill people. Doesn't that make them
Dude,
evil?
I mean, Captain America: Civil War
mean-
is like a direct response to like the Civil War is like the only movie that actually took that
Okay,
concept
question.
seriously, though.
Are you counting people as in the humans or people as in the aliens from other planets simply came here to invade?
Humans.
Because we never
aliens
put them
people,
in
though?
count.
What,
Yeah,
why would you count
I mean-
aliens as humans? That's my question.
Well, because they are sentient beings. They're just simply doing their job as soldiers and getting killed by
They killed
But
superpowered
then
people
again,
guys.
in the
but then
beginning
again,
of,
they shut
Age of
off.
Ultron.
But then again, they shut off after their bases destroy like their robots in
Right.
Avengers 1.
Did you guys see?
And
Like,
my
the first
theory
10
is that
minutes
there was some
like-
kind of connection that made them capable of surviving Earth's atmosphere. Once it was off, yeah, the atmosphere killed them or something.
Did you
Look,
see the
I
first
don't really
10
think-
minutes of like Age of Ultron? Bro, the
Yeah,
Avengers
they
were
killed
straight up
them
murdering
totally.
people.
And
Also-
Thor even says it too.
Yeah, this is
Also-
one of the greatest mistakes of live action superhero movies. They don't actually show superheroes saving people. They just show super destructive fights.
Spider-Man saved people
Well,
Yeah, and everyone likes those.
How
everyone
much?
likes the Spider-Man movies.
a lot.
how much? No, I'm talking how much do you see that in other movies all over the place?
Not
I've seen it
Spider-Man.
in some of the Superman
We
movies.
see Captain America save people by stopping
I've seen
Hydra.
Thor save people.
We're talking in the heat of the battle
Oh, in
as
the heat of the
destruction
battle?
goes around.
The only one that comes to mind is
Man of Steel.
that, and also Captain America
No,
saving that
too
people
soon.
from being exploded. in
Wait, Andrew, what do you mean
Avengers
too
1.
soon? What are you talking about?
What?
No, I'm talking about Andrew.
No, I'm talking about what Andrew said too.
Oh.
Doesn't matter. Right? Let's keep on.
Bro, what?
Michael Myers
Look,
saves
if-
people.
Look, if I was doing the live action superhero stuff, I'd go into more of a turn similar to the Justice League cartoons, where they had some big heroes doing the fights while the small ones saved the people.
No, that's never gonna happen, dude.
Or
Wait, how much you-
like what they did in Invincible at the beginning with the Guardians of the
They
Globe.
literally had J.K. Simmons as a killer in that show.
That's
Yeah.
Omni-Man,
That show was
bro.
good.
That's
he's a
fucking
villain.
Omni-Man, bro.
He's one of the best.
Yeah, another
That's a-
thing,
that's-
people
that's a
people
non-good
enjoy
character.
Omni-Man, but he's a villain. He's a villain, and people
Just like
enjoy him.
people
He's
enjoy
not a
watching
great character.
Homelander in The Boys. They know he's a villain.
Don't
and they
forget,
know
he
he's
also pretty
downright
much
wrong.
abused his kids, so
Yep.
yeah, people still enjoy it.
What do you guys like
Oh,
villains
and
that
also
are just like
J-Man.
straight up evil?
Oh no,
or
I freaking
villains that
hate
have,
I
like-
freaking hate villains. I just simply like to be entertained by seeing good versus evil.
Heck, I love Jack
Yeah.
Nicholson as the Joker.
I
What, do you-
love
Batman.
like
I want to see like I'm tired of the gray villain where should I sympathize with this villain? It's like no. Sometimes people are just bastards, and it's like I want to see the good guys beat this
They're
bad
born
guy up.
bad.
Like, I don't want a sympathetic Joker. Or let's get into the reasons of why.
In fact, it's just like that quote from the Killing Joke where it says, "All it takes is one bad day to reduce the sanest man alive to lunacy."
Right.
I mean,
And
he
that's
is
not
right,
really
though.
believe that either.
and nobody believes that because
Yeah.
the point of that comic was that that's false because Commissioner Gordon did not turn evil.
Well, I know that.
Exactly.
I'm just using the quote.
And Bruce
I'm just using
keeps
the
on
quote.
proving that that's false every time he suffers and loses someone he loves. That's the whole point.
Well,
The
that's the
Joker
point
is
of-
just a psychopath with an excuse.
Yeah. That's the point of the Dark Knight.
Spider Boy.
What the fuck, Josh?
What is that?
Well, it's a screenshot from the movie, dude.
It's the Rock.
That just reminds me. Hey, J-Man. I noticed that at the end of the movie, when they were gonna Black Adam was gonna say his name, they did the fan four stick route and cut to the credits.
Oh yeah. Oh, because the credit said his name for us. Then we
Yeah,
could-
just like fan four stick.
and all the people who couldn't read were like, "Wait, what's happening? What is happening?"
I do have to say, the end credits animation at the end of Black Adam was really cool.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
the theme
yeah.
song,
Yeah,
the theme song kicks ass.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I was
but here's the thing,
on it before the movie came out, but while listening to it in the movie, it sounds so cool now.
Bro, Black Adam's theme in the movie, it reminds me of Kratos' theme from God of War.
Yes.
I was like, bruh. I don't know who did the soundtrack, but he or she did a fantabulous job.
They did do a good job. Yeah, he had a proper theme. Literally, it's like the only other theme I know is Wonder Woman's theme. Everyone
He also
else's
did Top
themes
Gun.
are kinda weird.
He also did Top Gun.
Oh really?
Oh, seriously?
Top
was a
Gun
good
Maverick.
Bro, Top Gun Maverick. Bro, me and my mom watched it. Bro, amazing movie, bro.
That was awesome.
That has to be the best movie of this year.
Better than
Yeah,
Batman, of
yeah, I
course.
think so.
Oh,
Until Avatar 2 comes out, it's the best movie of this year.
you and your Avatar. Ugh.
Why?
It's just Pocahontas. It's just Pocahontas with blue people.
That's the same thing for
The thing
The
is,
Last
though,
Samurai.
guys,
James Cameron hasn't made a good movie since Terminator and True Lies.
Okay, every time James Cameron makes $1 billion, usually when movies make $1 billion, I count that as a failure. But
Why?
that was sarcasm. It's like it's like nobody could beat Titanic for the longest time, and then James Cameron beat his own movie. It's like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
people need to stop bashing or pretending that James Cameron isn't like a cinematic genius. Like the guy every time he makes a movie, it's like $1 billion. It's like, yeah, I'll make $1 billion still. Let's just make a movie.
He hasn't made one in 10 years though, so
Right. Well, we'll
We'll
see.
see.
We'll see.
That's
We'll see. But
because
anyway,
he's been spending his time on this one.
on this one, yeah.
He
Listen,
worked so hard to come up with the technology to film underwater.
Look,
It-
you know, with Avatar, Avatar needs to have a simple story. The reason it needs to have a simple story that's relatable is that they're introducing a new world, and James Cameron doesn't want you to think about the story. He wants you to experience that movie as like entering a new world and seeing the world, and he's introducing this world. So the story has to be simple, because if it's too complex, your brain starts to think. You start right thinking. Your right brain thinking like, okay, wait, what's going on? If it's a mystery, you're thinking about like, oh, who's the killer, right? Like he doesn't want it to be too complicated. He wants it to be simple. It's very obvious. We know it's Pocahontas. We know it's Dances with Wolves and all these other things with the blue people, but it's the world that he introduced with the technology. It's a different kind of movie. I think Avatar is okay. I don't think it's like the greatest movie ever, but that doesn't matter what I think. The fact of the matter is $1 billion proves me wrong. Like, if Man of Steel made it $1 billion, then it wouldn't matter what J-Man thinks, right? So
There's like this one like joke in Black Adam with literally everyone in my theater started dying when the JSA where they meet Black Adam and you see Adam Smasher with KFC with a box of KFC chicken.
Of that, I
That's
feel like
awesome.
even down to that.
Yeah, that was
CGI mask,
pretty funny.
I like KFC.
I really like Adam Smasher in this. They
He's
treated
basically Deadpool down to that mask.
But he's not dead. So I don't
No, he's
Now,
a
you
newbie.
Don't hold up comic books. Nobody reads those.
Oh, sorry, man.
Hey, that's not
I'm
true,
going through my
Jay, man.
comics.
He's
I've
a
read the
newbie,
comics.
and they treat his character really well.
Well, the reason why I called it Deadpool because that mask, CGI mask, was exactly like
It's
that.
because of the blinking eyes, yeah. It looks kind of Deadpoolish, but it's not.
I don't. I like that for Deadpool. I don't like it for Atom Smasher. It seems weird to me. I'm okay with it in Deadpool, and because Deadpool just is more seems more fake. Like it's just like
I like it for anyone because in the comics, those eyes are always expressive. And I think I want to see that more in like they tried to explain it away with the Spider-Man mask where it's mechanical, right?
There's the mask.
Oh my.
But the Tom Holland ones or whatever.
Yeah.
This is my mask.
Mid Holland.
Yeah.
One of the things that I like about this movie is that in the comics, Atom Smasher and Black Adam have a really well friendship. They hint towards that at the end.
Right. Where it's like, oh, we made a good team, we made a great team, and blah blah blah.
Yeah. And I really like that.
They should sit down and play Cat's Cradle. That'd be fun. Ooh, is that a Treasury edition, Sean?
No, it's the Mad.
Oh, Mad Magazine.
I got the thing. Yeah.
Oh, Mad comics.
I gotta do something with my Treasury Legion comics. They're over there.
Oh yeah. Buy
Next to my Leatherface mask.
Oh my god, I messed up.
No.
Hold on, bro.
Well, what trailer? I mean, is everyone going to see the Black Panther movie without Black Panther in it? Which is like
yeah, J-Man, I'm excited for Black Panther, the Real Housewives of Wakanda, of course.
I remember, Josh, I remember when I used to read the Jack Kirby Black Panther comics, and the ones that Black Panther was in, I didn't like those.
What?
The ones that I liked were where it was all these three females sitting around chatting about politics. Those are the best issues for me. And it's like, okay, let me tell you something. If T'Challa is not there, Namor and the Atlanteans are going to wipe the floor with the Wakanda. Like
in normal Marvel.
Normal Marvel, the Atlanteans, they're all Namors. Namor, I don't even know how Namor got earrings because how do you pierce that guy? Anyways,
you can't. Yeah,
you can't pierce Namor.
But this isn't Marvel. It's MCU.
Yeah, and they need to make him another culture because diversity.
Cinematic. He could have been Atlantean. I don't understand why he's not Atlantis. We'll be like Aquaman, but he predates Aquaman. But also, it doesn't matter. Atlantis
they should have just called this movie Black Panther, the movie without Chadwick.
How can there not be a T'Challa?
If they're not going to recast T'Challa, why are they recasting?
I'm going to be honest. The MCU is making Wakanda look super OP of a country, but honestly, there's a lot of things that can destroy them with ease. They're not OP.
There's like honestly, I wish Aldous Hodge wasn't Hawkman. Instead, he can be the replacement for T'Challa. He looks similar to Chadwick Boseman. I'll say that. Like
he was awesome.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he was really good as Hawkman in the movie.
Shit, man, I don't know.
And let's be honest, the whole nth metal thing kind of felt pretty
cool.
And heck, I've been hearing that they think that Black Panther might be the tease for Doctor Doom.
Well, yeah. That's the only reason why I want to go see it is to see if Doctor Doom is in it. Like,
nah, they ain't gonna do him justice.
Doom, that's the one character that can't kick it right.
I mean,
I'm freaking done with the MCU. That thing is dead. Let's let it die.
I mean, they got
are you one of those?
Daredevil, right?
Did you come from Geeks and Gamers?
Oh God.
Because that's what.
If I was from Geeks and Gamers, would I be here?
Oh man!
I'm sorry.
Don't bring up your name.
J-Man, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I just needed to do that joke.
I don't know. What does it say? It says you can shit in my mouth.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I just had to do the joke.
That's one of the best ones.
That is one. I'm so happy I remember that line from.
Oh God!
Capture that.
Yeah, man.
Seriously, dude. This stream is good. I just had to do the joke, man. No hard feelings.
Ooh, look at that.
Oh, but no, seriously, I am excited for Black Panther.
Isn't it kind of weird that you have an action figure that looks exactly like a grown-ass man on the other side of the country?
Toy. It's a hot toy.
It's called Hot Toys.
But
this man spent
$80. Got it from eBay.
Man, it's $200. It's more than $200. I'll just say that.
Jesus Christ!
Jesus Christ! $200.
Bro, I don't even have $100 in my wallet.
Well, that's expensive.
Does it give you the weather?
I'm sick and tired of that word. It's something those toxic people say.
Who?
The whole MCU nonsense. It's something those toxic people say, like Ryan Kindle.
Who's Ryan Kindle? Who's that?
Who's that?
He's one of those toxic YouTubers who always bash
I don't.
things, saying that the
I
women
don't.
are
I'm
taking
not.
over.
We're not going to name call
Sorry, I
other
just wanted to bring
YouTubers
that
here.
up.
Dog, like, bro, the
no,
only
we don't wanna
YouTubers
do
that
that
I
here.
watch is myself.
Oh, why am I
me.
not surprised?
And me.
Oh yeah, of course.
Dude, you don't
And
give
me,
yourself
what?
No, you know what the thing is? Look, if someone doesn't like something, look, anyone is allowed to not like something based on any reason they want. And when
Hey, I don't like Tom
and the
Holland
way
Spider-Man,
you
I get
judge it
shit
is
on.
when hold on a second. The way you judge it is by the way they explain it. When I do my reviews, I go through story pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. When I say 7 out of 10, you know how I got 7 out of 10. I don't just say this is trash. I don't say this is garbage and this is shit, or this is the best movie ever, or this is better than the original. I don't say things like that. I rank every movie against what it's promising to deliver in terms of entertainment or story or characters, and the bigger picture of the world of that movie. That's how I rate it based on my experiences. I don't give a shit. Listen, I liked Wonder Woman 84. Everyone hates that movie. I don't care. I still like it. I
like
explain
Spider-Man
myself.
3. Everyone hates that one.
Right. But Andrew, if you're getting upset when if someone doesn't like the Tobey Maguire movies, you get upset. So that person, if you say to that, hold on, just listen, listen to this. This might help you out. This might actually help you out. When someone is saying that the Tobey Maguire movies are not good and you're upset and you get mad at them, that person thinks you're toxic.
Well, I got called blinded by nostalgia today by
I don't
Andrew,
think you listened.
If I got
you
upset
didn't listen
every time,
to me because you spoke right afterwards. Digest this. When someone says
Oh,
they don't like
he's
Tobey Maguire,
smoking,
you get upset. And you get upset. Right. So see,
Look
this
at
is
that
what I'm
hairline,
saying.
brother.
Like this is right. This is who where we're at now. It's like you can't, and I don't need everyone to share my opinion. I'm very confident in my opinion that I don't need anyone to share it with me or to back me up. It's like I like movies that people don't like, and nobody liked Wonder Woman. I liked it, and some people hated.
Well, it depends on the Wonder Woman. The first one was awesome.
I like them both, so and it doesn't matter. And a lot of
I
people
like
hate that
Snyder's films, and people hate it. And even though I'm on one of those people's stream right now.
You
okay,
are
then.
right.
It's
So
good. It's good
this.
that you love. It's good that you love something that other people don't, because it means at least you love it, and that's good. That's good.
I love Revenge of the Sith for almost all my life after watching it as a kid.
There you go.
Okay, maybe not go that far, but yeah, good.
Well, it's better than Zack Snyder stuff. Give him a break.
Well, I mean, a young 8-year-old me saw Revenge of the Sith alongside the original films. I grew to love Revenge of the Sith as much as I love the original.
What the hell?
So the thing is that I never get mad at people. Like Zack Snyder fanboy loves the Zack Snyder movies. He knows I despise them, even though I'm a bigger Zack Snyder fan than he is.
Wait, what?
I'm a way bigger Zack Snyder fan than you. I've seen every Zack Snyder movie in the theater, and I own every movie he's ever made. And I have I have all of his books that he's written about the movies that he's made, and I own all of his movies on Blu-ray or 4K. And you don't. Own
that feels like religious fanatism.
Right? It's like I saw Dawn of the Dead in the theater. Sean and I have seen every Zack Snyder movie in the theater. We missed the Guardians of Gahul though. We didn't see Guardians of Gahul. I saw
the one with the birds.
Yeah, that wasn't too bad.
Oh, the Guardians of Gahul.
Yeah, that
no. I know it wasn't bad. I actually saw it. It was okay. Pretty good movie for. I mean, it's a bunch of birds fighting and killing each other, but it's really good. It's really
pretty good. I thought it was pretty neat.
I like a movie called Top Gun Maverick that shows men flying planes.
It's great.
I want to fly planes now. I want to fly planes.
Yes, we all want to. Hey, J Man, I gotta drop out. The stream was great, but I got some things to do in at home, and
cool, man.
Life
Thanks
goes
for
on.
popping
all right,
in.
then. Yeah, peace to you guys. Stay safe.
Hope to have you on my stream.
So
one thing again, careful what you say about Revenge of the Sith. Just careful, dude. There's a limit.
Revenge of the Sith is one of the best Star Wars films. Just have.
There's a limit, man. Just limit. Okay, then bye. No, you're not. Okay. No, you're not. Okay, goodbye.
I am the wall.
So just to answer I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Juras.
Juras.
You say Garrus.
We're all around 7 out of 10. I think Josh, you're a 6 out of 10. Everyone else is around 7 out of 10. So the general consensus is the story could have been better, but we kind of like the characters and there's a lot of good action scenes. I don't like the mom and I don't like the son that much, to be honest. But Black Adam is cool, and I like the JSA, and I paid to see the JSA and Black Adam duke it out for a good reason. I think why I got that. So that's.
I want to see a Dr. Fate Origins movie or a Origins.
I love Dr. Fate.
Also, with Dr. Fate, like I said in the chat earlier, even though I didn't expect him to die, it was kind of expected because Pierce Brosnan's no spring chicken.
Well, listen. Pierce Brosnan at 90 is still cooler than all of us at our best age.
He's 67.
So.
Yeah, he's not that old. Yeah.
I mean, most people only know him for James Bond.
Yeah.
Well, what about Remington Steele? Wasn't there like 4,000 seasons of that?
They don't know what that is, Jamie.
I don't even know.
Well, he said most.
I was waiting for you to say that. Yeah.
Well, he said most people. I'm not most people. I'm a lot smarter.
Hey, yo, J-Man, can I call someone out?
Call him out in what way? Are they in
Tom Cruise? Be Green Lantern in the DCU.
Tom Cruise as Green
Yes, Tom
Lantern?
Cruise.
Hell no. Hell no.
Hey, yo, Zack Snyder fanboy. Instead of Tom Cruise, you should get Glenn Powell to be Hal Jordan
Who is
in
that?
the DCU.
Glenn Powell.
Bro, Andrew, did you not see Top Gun Maverick? He was Hangman, my guy.
Oh, no, he would make a good
bring back Ryan Reynolds as Hal Jordan.
He would make a good Booster Gold.
I don't think Tom Cruise should play a superhero. That's just not his, and he's not going to.
Yeah,
Tom Cruise needs to be in
Ethan
charge of
Hawke
the
in
movies he
Mission
makes.
Impossible.
He was gonna play Captain America like 25 years ago.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's the whole Iron Man thing as well.
Right, Iron Man as
I mean,
well.
heck,
Yeah.
people thought Tom Cruise was going to be
The
Iron
reason
Man
why
and
people
Doctor Strange.
The reason why I want Tom Cruise to be Green Lantern is because the director of the last the last Mission Impossible might be directing Superman too.
Christopher McQuarrie?
Yeah,
he's a good director, bro.
Well, those Mission Impossible movies are pretty sorry. Hey, Juras, is that how you
Tom
say
Cruise
your
got
name?
into a fist fight with Henry Cavill.
One
What
second.
up, bro? How y'all doing?
Good. How are
Hey,
you?
what's up?
Yeah, it's pronounced Garrus, but I mean,
Garrus, okay.
He's Mortal Kombat, man.
Oh, Garrus. Oh, I played Mortal Kombat, but I don't know that character.
He's from the newest Mortal
Oh.
Kombat.
No.
Can you play that on Genesis? On Sega?
Unfortunately, you can't. Unfortunately, you can't. Unfortunately.
This man sound
I
like
played
Jada.
Mortal Kombat. I
Mortal
played every
Kombat
Mortal
X
Kombat in
and
the
the
arcade.
Terminator and the Joker.
I was the
11.
arcade master.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it has crazy characters in it, man. That if you ever get a chance, check out Mortal Kombat X, man. Garrus is definitely one of my new favorite characters.
Garrus
Is that
is
your
from
man?
Mortal Kombat 11.
Yeah, I know.
But why did you say X?
Kombat,
I didn't say X. I said 11.
Hey,
That was somebody else. I think he was listening to somebody else.
rewind.
What's the what was the one that was on? There was one that was on Xbox 360. Is that 11 or is that 10 or what is that?
Probably 9.
9. That I have that one. That's the last one I played.
yeah.
Then.
Yeah,
But
Mortal
I
Kombat.
only picked Scorpion.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 9 is like there's like almost every single Mortal Kombat character in it. You got like Shiva, you got like Scarlet, Rain. It's like every single character in it.
Remember when Rain got killed in 1 second in Mortal Kombat Annihilation? He's like, Rain, and he just smashes them. He's like, now I need a new general. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
you know
where's
when
Rain?
Johnny Cage
I mean, Luke
killed
Kane got
quickly?
killed in like
Hey,
Luke
yo,
Kane
I
got
would-
killed in like under 2 minutes. Yeah, Luke Kane got killed in like under 2 minutes.
And
In which
Johnny
movie?
Cage too.
Well, yeah, to get point. Yeah, like because like I don't know what the creator's obsession is with killing characters extremely fast. Like I think like I didn't originally play the Mortal Kombat 9 story, but when people told me about that scene with Sindel, I was like, they gotta be joking, right? It was like, no, this is not a joke. She like sleeps like 5 people in like within the span of like 15 seconds.
Huh.
Oh,
No, I played Mortal Kombat 1 in the arcades. I played Street Fighter 1 in the arcade.
Oh,
And
yeah,
on
I
the
remember that. Yeah.
Which is like to do the Hadouken was like impossible. It was like
Hadouken.
it was so hard to do.
You gotta have
Mortal Kombat
right
1, 2, and
angles.
3 in the
Yeah.
arcade for me.
I played Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3 with the run button. I remember when they added the run button. We're like, whoa,
Right, yeah.
it's a new button. This is so cool. It's like, and then I still remember Sub-Zero's combo. high punch, low kick, high kick, high kick. That was his combo. I remember that from back then.
Scorpion's better. Just saying.
Scorpion's
good over here.
Man, like honestly, this like postcard scene for a Blackout. Honestly, I just have a slight. I don't know if Warner Bros. Or David Slaz was going to do this, but I just have a slight feeling that it. I don't think Black Adam or Superman. I don't think they're planning a fight. I think Superman is like going to ask Black Adam, saying that, hey, listen, Black Adam. I know you're a powerful foe and all, but Darkseid is coming, and the anti-life equation is here, so we could really use your help for Zack Snyder Justice 2 and 3. Like, I don't know if that's gonna. That'll be pretty cool for them to just tie in everything, but I don't think that's gonna work.
Well,
really nice.
I will say, when I was in the theater and Henry Cavill just walked out of the smoke with that suit and the John Williams thing, I got chills.
Yeah. So in the comics, Intergang's connection is to Darkseid. That was the whole point of the original introduction of those guys in the comics. So I don't know if they want to do that here. Like, they have those futuristic bikes or whatever. I think that's powered by Eternium, but like, that would have been given to them by Darkseid. That was the whole point of them in the comics, that they have all this futuristic technology. Where's it coming from? That's how they introduced Darkseid in the comics.
No, they did.
Right?
It was.
They did not say anything.
It was basically used by the same mineral that they were taking from, and they just turn it into energy and weapons. Yeah.
But they can easily
say like they got this knowledge from Apocalypse or whatever.
Yeah, that
maybe Desaad or something. I don't know. Like, Desaad came. Maybe Desaad is like.
Or Steppenwolf.
You can tie it in. If you got Intergang, you could tie it in, right? So
they could easily.
Maybe they got the information from Steppenwolf.
How about this?
I would think that the Intergang, the reason that the Intergang were in the movie is that it was tying into Darkseid.
Yeah.
So like, why would the Intergang be here?
Fourth World at the end, and Fourth World is the story that they introduced Darkseid.
Can I point something out? I was the only person who cheered when they credited Jack Kirby the Fourth World at the end.
I wasn't even paying attention, but
F all that theater. F everyone in that theater.
But they don't know what that is. Yeah.
But no, I saw the Fourth World. They credit Jack Kirby, so it's like, that they're saying Darkseid in the credits, at least they're saying it because that's a Jack Kirby.
From. Yeah.
So I don't know. This is it's still a bit of a mess. Like, we don't know what's going on. Phantom, what's going on here? If they ever do Darkseid Invasion, Adam participate solely because he's not going to be actually.
Yeah, he's not about anyone.
Exactly.
He's part of the Justice League right now in the comics, so they're obviously going to go that route if they want to keep him around, right?
Yeah, but they're rebooting the comics, Sean, with Nightwing.
I don't even know what that means.
They are. they're
like reboot in that like it's a brand new universe.
Yes.
Or is it? Yeah? I thought it was just like recentering it to the.
I don't think so. I think
for F's sakes,
because the sales are shit. Like 3 people buy DC comics. I'm the only person. I walk into the store. I'm like, I bought DC comics. Like, what's that?
I buy DC, but I've been putting them back on the shelf. I reassess before I buy, and I'm like,
should I buy this bucket?
No.
Why not? It lights up and everything.
No, it's no.
We don't have those cool buckets here.
Let me see it. Okay,
we don't have that.
Oh my god!
Well, what is it for? What are you going to use it for?
Popcorn.
Like, do you eat enough popcorn to justify that?
I mean, at my place, they sell value tubs the same size as this.
Wow.
I don't know. No. Or buy it if you want. What do I?
I got this and this already.
You have enough Black Adam stuff.
Right. When Black Adam got his new suit, I did like the fact that Black Adam had a hoodie. He's got a cape, but I like the hoodie and the cape as well. I kind of like that better.
The only thing I feel like is missing, other than the costume, which he nails, is the hair and the pointy ears.
Yeah, he needs the hair and the ears.
Oh yeah,
the Widow's Peak and the
Widow's Peak.
He's bald as shit.
I mean, The Rock used to have hair.
I can't do
Too late for that now,
bro. When it's
I could do it.
The Rock's hairline was pushed back all the way to 1950. Don't you guys? You guys remember the game plan back in 2009?
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
It's like when Bruce Willis used to have hair.
Brother, this man Sean nailed it, bro.
Oh, you're doing pretty good, Sean. Yeah, you could do. You've got the skin tone too. You could do.
I could be Black
you could be
Adam.
Black Adam.
I don't have his muscles, but you could just like superimpose my head on a guy.
Bro,
Yeah, there you
this
go.
man Sean finna be Black Adam for
Oh, Giraffes, what were
I
you
don't
gonna
want to
say?
hear nobody. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hey,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
When John Cena says Shazam, he looks like Sean.
All right, hold on. Go for it.
Well, this is a warning to those channels that if they ever say something like, "Oh, I love Black Adam," and they don't say it's woke because of the cast change, and I'm going to look at you funny, because you know how people be making those big deals over the cast changes in the race, and how Black Adam is apparently supposed to be what is it, Greek? No, not Greek. He's
Egyptian.
He's Egyptian. Yeah, he's Egyptian. So if those channels don't be like, "Oh, this is woke," then I'm going to look at them funny. I know they're going to do a whole 180.
Look, nobody's consistent on those things. I'll tell you my thing. I'll tell you my point of view. My point of view is, when in doubt, go with the original comic book. Period. That is my point of view. My secondary point of view is that if you do change it, I will see how it works out. So, for example, Hawkman in this movie, I really liked Hawkman.
Yeah,
I thought he was badass.
Just go with the character. Yeah,
he was awesome. So it doesn't bother me in this movie, but sometimes it might bother me in another. I don't know. I can't judge what I don't see. I'm only judging what I'm watching.
Me personally, I don't think it matters as much as some people like to do it. I liked Hawkman in this movie. I did have a problem with The Rock, though, because it's not that The Rock is a bad actor. It's just that you're speaking perfectly American and everybody else is speaking
another language. Supposed to speak Egyptian?
I think
at least an accent. Like
at least an accent. Like at least here's my thing. At least fake an accent. Pierce Brosnan knows how to do an American accent when it's necessary. Like, why didn't you just get somebody capable enough to do an Egyptian accent? But I mean, like I said, it's one of those things. It's just I guess it's one of those sacrifices you got to take when you pick somebody like The Rock.
And listen, I agree with you. Again, as my point, I always go with the original comics.
Yeah,
that's my default position. If it's not exactly that, then let's see what happens. Sean, go ahead.
No, but I was going to say an accent helps, but like, sometimes it can go too far and not, like, I don't know. When all those American actors are doing African accents in the Black Panther movies, it throws me off because it doesn't seem natural to me at all. It's like I see better accents in like sitcoms like Bob Hart's Abishola than that thing. So yeah.
Yeah, so sometimes it bothers you, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. Did you like Snatch?
Which one?
Snatch. You ever seen that one?
Snatch, yeah.
Like, what do you think of Brad Pitt's pikey accent? Like, you had the whole pikey thing, like the Irish people. I don't know if you ever think.
I don't know. It's not as bad as like Dick Van Dyke and Mary Poppins. Like everyone makes fun of that to this day, right?
Seriously, Mary Poppins?
Pardon?
What was that?
Huh?
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins.
Oh yeah.
The live action one with Emily Blunt.
No, the original.
No, the real
one.
Mary
Sorry,
Poppins.
man.
The real Mary Poppins.
Okay.
Hot take: Saving Mr. Banks is better than Mary Poppins.
Yeah,
I didn't see that one.
Saving Mr. Banks is about the story of how Disney fought.
Where Tom Hanks
fought to make the creator of Mary Poppins happy while trying to do what they wanted to do with Mary Poppins.
I will say, Tom Hanks rocks the Walt Disney mustache.
Yeah, he does.
Tom Hanks is good. I like Tom Hanks.
Yeah, especially when he does that television commercial going, "Don't worry, there's no wrong with your television. It's just a fairy side." Oh, hey, Tink.
In the movie, he does. It's on Disney Plus, and it's really good.
Oh, I guess it would be on Disney Plus. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I try to watch the least amount of Disney Plus as humanly possible.
I didn't even watch Werewolf by Night yet. I heard.
Oh, that
Werewolf by Night is so good.
Oh, speaking of that,
it's so
I
good.
heard that their new presentation is going to be on the Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer
after Nova.
That's what I was gonna mention that. That's what I wanted to mention, that it's magic. So it's like, that's what I was saying. It's the TARDIS when I was saying earlier, like the TARDIS. it's like he's got magical powers from the gods, right? So it's like the language is not a thing for him.
You can just excuse it like
I was
that,
gonna
I
bring
guess.
that up.
But like they don't explain it. He does speak like whatever it is, ancient Egyptian or something, in the beginning, and then after he wakes up in that kid's room, which is weird, he's speaking English all of a sudden, but it's like American ass English. You know?
Yeah, he
I
speaks
think
like
because
Well, he
as
should have said,
American
"Do you
as possible.
smell what Black Adam is cooking?"
I think the movie
It doesn't matter what you think.
I think the
Finally,
movie reason
Yeah, it
Black
doesn't- it
Adam
doesn't-
has come
Yeah, it's like,
too.
what you think, kid? It doesn't matter what you think.
That would be so
I wanted him
funny.
to say to Hawkman when he throws him through a wall, "Shut up, bitch."
Or just have him like as soon as like the end part happens, the third act with the devil, he just pulls on a microphone like finally, something like that.
Finally, the Rock
Like,
has come back too.
I
know,
want him
it
to do
was-
the eyebrow thing.
It's so crazy because
bad.
like oh my god, I used to think Zack Snyder's Justice had the most slow motion shots, but this
You
movie
were
is really
wrong.
No, this movie
Bro.
takes the cake. Like
Bro,
I'm talking,
like,
this is
there was like
this
way
is-
too much like slow motion shots in the movie. That just really like irritated me. It's like the
This-
scene where Black Adam is like escaping prison, like the underwater prison.
Yeah.
Like there was literally slow motion shots. Like every single frame was just slow
every
motion.
single frame. Yeah, it's like I don't know if you guys ever seen Teen Wolf, the MTV series, but it's like slow mo every single 3 seconds. I'm like, Jesus Christ, can we just speed up a little bit? Like this
Oh,
is
yeah,
annoying.
y'all are like dragging the runtime.
Yeah, like
They needed
I
to-
think
they-
Zack Snyder does it right because he does it like he does it a good amount. Like there are some scenes where he would slow it down, speed it up, slow it down, speed it up. But then some scenes he'll just be like, okay, let's just do it regular speed. We don't need to slow it down.
Yeah.
For the whole English thing for Black Adam, I think I figured it out because the soldiers were speaking English while they were shooting at him and while they were trying to stop him from leaving the cave. I think because he has the knowledge of which god?
Oh, whatever it was. Yeah.
They didn't use the Greek gods. They used whatever gods.
The ancient gods they made up. Yeah.
I was gonna say I don't know any of these gods.
I think they're made up ancient gods. It's like
That's
2,000
funny,
years
'cause I
BC,
took
right?
Egyptology in school. I got a friggin' high grade.
You did? At my school, they never gave that option. They
I had
didn't
that.
even
Yeah,
have it.
I did really good in that course. That was Mr. Fisher. He was a great teacher. I got the high, and I didn't even study for that exam. And I did killer in that course. Anyways, I was like, I don't recognize any of these names. Like, maybe I forgot. And then I'm like, no, they're just made up, eh? Like,
No, they're from the time of Gilgamesh. They're like 2000 BC or something. So
yeah, it's like
so they just made them up.
They just made them
you
up.
know, yeah.
So anyways, but yeah, I mean, yeah, so it's the wisdom of whatever. I just figured it's magic. Like I figured Captain Marvel, the real Captain Marvel, Shazam, can speak any language because he just knows everything. He's got the wisdom of Solomon, man.
See, Black Adam would
Solomon,
mop the
yeah.
floor with Superman though because he has magic. That's like Superman. One of his weaknesses is magic.
Yeah,
So,
and if Black I was gonna say Black Lightning. If
Black Adam.
Black Adam can shoot lightning, he could be Black Lightning and Black Adam.
But
If he-
but the thing is,
It's already.
I
Go
believe
ahead.
this Superman or Superman in general has a durability or a high tolerance to magic because Wonder Woman's lasso is magic, and he's able to go to like not fall to the power of it in Justice League and in Zack Snyder's
Yeah.
Justice League.
it's like they forgot that though.
Yeah.
I feel like they forgot that.
I don't think Zack Snyder knows how that works.
Yeah.
So that's why that happened. That's okay. Superman can use his plot armor to defend against the lightning. He should literally pick up the Superman should pick up the script and block the lightning. It's like it's like I have the script on my side. Yeah.
Oh my god, hold on. What the
Deadpool should do that. That Deadpool should do that. Deadpool should actually grab the script. That'd be a great Deadpool scene if he's being attacked. He's like, wait, I can't die. And then he goes off to the side and grabs the cameraman. He's like, give me the script, damn it. And the cameraman's like, here. And
He does it to bring back Wolverine in Deadpool 3.
that would be good.
Heck,
I'm calling it
imagine
now.
you
That
got
was
the
gonna be
actual Hugh
trash.
Jackman.
It
just shows
it's Disney, man. What you guys? I've learned nothing. It's Disney. I don't care if they claim it's rated R. It's not gonna be, man.
I told you they can make me let me direct it. In the first 5 minutes, I will say every swear word that's ever happened. Who'd we lose?
Josh.
Josh.
Did they say it was going to be PG-13?
No, it'll be rated R probably.
I bet you could have.
But it'll be a team rated R.
It'll be a team R.
There won't be any sex jokes.
We got him back.
I bet in the opening you can have Deadpool say, "Oh man, since Disney bought me, I can't swear now."
No, what I would do is, I told you the beginning would be, I would literally have like, I mean, nobody wants my movie because my movie would be outrageous because I come from like a schlock background, so I would have like a villain maybe like taking a piss and like Deadpool cuts him in half this way and his body falls and he's actually peeing on himself for a second on half of him. And then Deadpool turns around and is like, "Oh, you thought this was going to be a Disney movie? Oh, hell no!" And then he just starts like, and like,
okay, that's pretty funny.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like right away, the first minute, just to prove everyone that
he's gonna be like, "Suck it, Disney."
Yeah, it's like, don't worry, Disney. It's like you're not gonna do shit. And then like literally have like him like the most violent deaths, like cutting people in like half and cutting their face in half and whatever. And like saying every swear word, the F word, the C word, like everything. And then it's like, and then you're like, and then he turns on, and then he goes, there, now we can roll the credits. Deadpool 3, and then they roll the credits or whatever.
Or imagine if like they actually have Deadpool get the actual Hugh Jackman and he believes it's Logan. He'd be like, "Logan, it's so good to finally see you."
They could have Hugh Jackman play Hugh Jackman and Hugh Jackman be Wolverine. He could
two of them?
like in Chucky, like in where how Tiffany is played by Jennifer Tilly, but Jennifer Tilly is also in the movie as herself, and then she gets killed by Tiffany.
Oh my god! This is an insane idea. I like it, man.
What about in the Looney Tunes movie where Brendan Fraser punches himself?
Brendan Fraser?
Why is he in this?
Or how Arnold punches himself in The Last Action Hero.
Last Action Hero.
Yeah.
I love Last Action Hero.
I do too.
Yeah, you have like Jack Slayer going like, "Look, I don't really like you. You get on my nerves."
we could have Wolverine kill Hugh Jackman. That'd be kind of fun.
I want a sequel to The Last Action Hero.
Oh, but then it'd be called The Second Last Action Hero. The second.
And it could be Sylvester Stallone.
Go ahead, girl.
And then bring back the kid as a action star that gets sucked into his own movie that's connected to.
Maybe they could be watching. Maybe they're doing a retrospective, and it's like a whole like relaunch of Last Action Hero, and they're watching it in one of these cheesy theaters, and then the kid goes into Last Action Hero. And
oh my god, that's so bad.
They can replay some parts from Last Action Hero while they're making fun of it as well. So it's like super meta. It's like movie in the movie in the movie.
A movie inside the movie.
Inside the movie.
Yeah, a fourth wall break inside a fourth wall break. That's like
16 walls.
Bro, Jesus Christ, Andrew.
Just have a scene of like a little kid watching Deadpool, and then Deadpool walks in like, "Turn that shit off," like Seinfeld is on or some shit like that.
Or maybe you can have Deadpool go to Bob Chapek. He's like, "Listen, my movie's gonna be PG, gonna be rated R," and he puts a gun to his head, and you're gonna like it.
Or you could just chop him in half. You could do, because Deadpool, I don't know if anyone ever read Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, but in that one, he kills the Marvel Universe. He kills everybody. He puts Thor's hammer on top of Hulk, so Hulk can't get up because he can't lift it off himself.
Wait a minute, how did he lift it up if he's not worthy?
No, I can't remember. How did he?
That's the point. He couldn't get up.
Yeah, no,
I'm talking about
Deadpool. Wait. No, how did he? No, what did he do?
Oh, good point.
Yeah, no, I can't remember how he got the hammer. Somehow he got the hammer. I think he got the hammer on top of Hulk or something.
He shot.
I have to look that up.
He shot Thor, and the hammer just drops on the Hulk.
Something like that. Yeah, it was something like he killed someone. I don't remember, but it's like he trapped someone in the hammer. I'm going to look it up. I could be wrong. I read this like 20 years ago when it came out.
I just thought something funny. Since Deadpool's in the MCU now, he can make a joke about the Hulk saying, "Going, you were better as Edward Norton."
Oh
yeah. That'll totally be in that movie.
That'll be in that movie.
But since Deadpool's in the MCU, he should just retcon the whole She-Hulk show.
Yes.
He needs to retcon a lot more shows than that.
I mean, I think
he needs to retcon Love and Thunder. He needs to retcon Tom Holland being the MCU Spider-Man.
And make him Tobey Maguire.
No,
you don't like Tom Holland Spider-Man?
Hell no, he's trash.
No,
He's
no,
Iron
no.
Boy Jr.
He was
I don't know if I would agree with that, but
he was
I mean,
good in No Way Home though.
No Way Home was the only good time when he
Yeah, I
was a
agree
good
with that.
Spider-Man.
I mean, honestly, it would be kind of weird to kind of take away She-Hulk since she kind of breaks the fourth wall too. I think from what I heard, if you going off the last episode, I think she does break the fourth wall.
Yeah, she
like,
went to
not,
the Disney Plus tab.
That show was such a waste of time.
yeah. So it would be kind of weird. She kind of has almost the same power as Deadpool now because she can actually like be in the writer's room in a sense.
I mean,
but
Garrus, this is the same show that made Kevin Feige a robot.
I thought that part was kind of funny. I'm not even gonna lie.
The thing is okay, so She-Hulk was breaking the fourth wall way before Deadpool.
In the comics, yeah.
In the comic books, way before.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, like, I don't know how many years, but
It was the late 80s, so
10.
like 87
so
or
5,
so. Yeah.
So that's 5 years.
Maybe
or
it's
something
poetic
before
that she
Deadpool.
came to the MCU before he did.
When's New Mutants 98? That's got to be 1990 or something, right?
That's
Sam?
about 1990, yeah.
So that's 3 years then, 3 to 4 years before Deadpool did it, or was even created. He wasn't even created yet.
No, he wasn't created.
So
No, as Clobby said, Ambush Bug did before that, but no one
Ambush
read
Bug, yeah,
Ambush Bug.
Yeah, and I don't like Ambush Bug, to be honest.
Yeah.
I know people like that. I'm not an Ambush Bug fan.
He's fun.
Yeah,
Honestly, characters that can like break the fourth wall, honestly, it's like lazy writing in my opinion. Because like anytime like a massive threat is in the MCU, like for example, Kang, Galactus, Mephisto, etc. Like the only thing you'll have to do is just call up She-Hulk. She'll break the fourth wall into the writer's room,
Mephisto.
ask Kevin, and just change the story into her narrative. Like
But
that's
it's
great.
I think they use that for mostly comedy perspective. I don't think they would use it to beat somebody like a Kang the Conqueror or somebody like a Thanos.
Y'all are forgetting this. Y'all are forgetting this. But Kane basically wrote down how the MCU timeline would go. So he basically wrote down. She-Hulk breaking the fourth wall, talking to the writers' room, and then talking to Kevin.
He wanted Kang.
I mean, Kang sucks too.
Hulk to be Professor Hulk.
I mean, like, Kang, in MCU, Kang sucks, not in the comics.
Kang ruined MCU Hulk. Just saying.
Everybody in MCU after whatever certain point just sucks now.
After Endgame, it just kind
except for Doctor Strange and Wanda, everyone else sucks.
Every single character in the MCU right now is exactly the same.
I mean, Spider-Man
they
villains
the same.
still
They
there.
look the same.
Spider-Man's
like,
okay,
all
but
the
he's not
same
MCU really.
Well, he's MCU, but it's just like controlled by
Sony, so he's not completely trash. He's good.
I mean, honestly, I honestly like I wasn't impressed with this movie at all. Like I mean, I have it as far as bottom of my list as far as the DCEU movies. So I haven't. Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's nothing I really like. Okay, I'm gonna take that back. I'm not gonna say I wasn't impressed at all. It was just one of those movies that it felt like a Hollywood run-of-the-mill movie that they know would just get butts and seats. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing I really gained as far as watching this movie. Like, oh my god, like that was such an amazing experience. I've seen this movie a dozen times before. Like you remember, like how the critics kept saying like over and over, like this movie feels like it's trapped in the early 2000s. Like, honest to God, if this movie came out in the early 2000s, I would have been like, this is the greatest
thing. The Rock has been wanting this movie since 2007.
Yeah, honestly, I think you should have waited another 15 because it was like it was one of those things. Like I said, if it came out in the 2000s, I probably would have loved it. But because I've seen so many superhero movies that were mediocre, I'm just like, this does nothing for me. This is just as mediocre as all of them. Like, I've seen better. As much as people rag on the DCEU, I've seen way better product. I've seen way better storytelling. I've seen way better jokes. I've seen way better action. Like this didn't really do anything for me. Like I ranked it somewhat today. I have not seen Peacemaker, but I think I have it at the.
Garrus, I was going to ask you what you thought of the Suicide Squad, like the second one.
When did I see it?
No. What did you think of it?
I think it's the best. I have it as my number one DCU movie, and then
god!
I thought that because
Mid-Squad?
it's just what you're saying about Black Adam, because it seems like Black Adam's trying to do the same things as the Suicide Squad's doing.
Well, down to having
I'm not a big fan of the Suicide Squad, but like, yeah.
I mean, honestly, like, okay, I can be honest and say that movie does have like a little bit of problem. Of course, it's a James Gunn movie, and the thing is, when it comes to it, like he will never reach that same height of Guardians of the Galaxy. But I think it did for the most part everything right. The story was good, the acting was good, the comedy was
Every
good.
James Gunn movie is a masterpiece.
Right. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I had Man of Steel as number one for the longest, and like for the longest time. But I think like Suicide Squad is one of those. I would rather watch Man of Steel again because I just haven't watched it in a while. But at the same time, I think Suicide Squad is just one of those movies that's just.
I enjoy Man of Steel. It's a good Superman origin movie, despite the flaws.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that too.
Yeah, well, we know that Sean and I don't agree. We despise that movie, but
I just said despite the flaws.
I'm coming to the point where I'm like, if you like it, I understand why. It's a newer generation, right? But like to me, there's just there. I think with time, you probably won't like that movie because to me, it's like, how is he 30 and he's like this dumb? I don't. It's like I'm trying to find myself. Like, good lord, man, you're like 30 years old with hair in your balls. Like, when are you gonna grow up?
Wait, you talking about Henry Cavill?
Talking,
Man of
right?
Steel.
So, yeah.
You talking about Henry Cavill in Man of Steel?
There's no chance.
Steel, yeah.
Yeah, there's no chance. There's no chance in the universe ever that Superman would stand there while his father dies. There's no writer. There's no story.
Yeah.
He can. He is so fast. He go vroom, vroom, and save him. I wouldn't stand there.
Here's my thing.
Hey, where did that guy go? Oh, how is he right next to us?
Right.
Here's my thing. I think personally, like, I didn't have a problem with the scene because it's one of those things like, because I'm not a comic book guy who has like written a lot of comic books, it doesn't really affect me the same way as everybody else did. So if we're taking what Zack Snyder says at face value, which is this is somewhat like an Elseworld story of Superman, then I would have bought the idea, because if you look at how the scene is framed, he was ready to do it, but his dad was like, no, I don't want people to know about you. And the thing about it, like, I think Superman had to learn right there in that moment, and then it kind of reflects back at the end of the movie that he's deciding to choose the mantle. Okay, let me take that back. He was always Superman, but he actually decides to embrace the mantle because that's what he does when he finally destroys Zod's ship. When he says, Krypton had his chance. It's time for me to be Superman again, and like he blazes the whole ship. Like, I think
that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that scene. Go ahead.
I think what we're saying is that why is that happening when you're 30? You would have already known who you were.
You want to talk about?
It's a contrivance. It's like he would still second guess his father and do the right thing. Otherwise, like, why is he forming his morality like in 29 and 30?
Yeah, like,
it's like, what is this?
Like, even in
I think what the movie was setting up. Well, think about it. He only got the suit when he was 30. He was still Superman, but he wasn't necessarily a vigilante.
I think that what the movie's trying to say is like he's not Superman until the very end of that movie.
Right.
But like, as you said before, J-Man, show me the boy, I'll show you the man. It's like you have your values set, and you go forward with that. The other thing too is they're not clear as to what exactly happens if the government does find out about him. Nothing, because he's Superman. What are you gonna do? Like, put him in a cage? You can't do
how
anything.
much you guys despise him?
Yeah,
you literally have.
I didn't mind it as much because considering the fact that they had like I said, it was somewhat like, I don't know if you ever seen the Batman. It was somewhat framed in the same. Yeah, it was somewhat framed in the same way as the Batman. People were somewhat aware of the vigilante going on in Gotham City, but it was like nobody ever really seen him. It was one of those things like how they framed the movie, how every time they would be committing a crime, they would look in the back alley that was dark, and they'd be like, "Is Batman there? Like, what am I looking at?" Or something like that. So because the military never actually knew about him until that moment, I can somewhat buy it because of the fact that alien invasion was still happening at the same time. So I didn't, take much problem with it. Like, of course, I think they tried to set up what could have been done in Batman v Superman, but they just, they left a lot of meat on the bone on that one. So
okay,
interesting movies. I just don't agree with them.
We literally have a Superman movie where he fights a guy called Nuclear Man.
I know, but Andrew, like your points are so rubbish. You're not saying anything.
My
You're
points are
comparing.
rubbish?
They are
Yours.
because you're not
You're talking
comparing.
about
I'm
that-
not.
you're
Are we
talking
talking?
about
Hold on,
age.
quiet. Are we talking about Superman 4? Are we talking about Superman 4 right now? Or are we talking about Man of Steel?
I brought up
So
both.
use Man of Steel. If it's so good, give me points from Man of Steel that make it good. Don't say Man of Steel is good because Superman 4 is crap. That doesn't mean anything. If I'm eating a pile of shit and say, well, it's better than a fucking steak, it's like, what does that have to do with anything? Use Man of Steel. That is what we're arguing. We're not arguing Superman 4. And Superman 4 is 4 trillion times better than Man of Steel will ever be.
Are you
Like,
serious?
Ever in the history of the
I haven't
Okay,
seen
we
Superman
all know
4,
that's
so
a
Okay,
lie.
it's like
I haven't
know
seen
that's
Superman
why.
4, so I can't really, speak on it. Like, honestly,
Exactly.
God, like, I think
Bro.
Superman, Man of Steel was, like I said, it has its problems. Like, there's some scenes that just, like, honestly, God, like a lot of people gonna have the problem with. It's the, the Kevin Costner scene, saving him, obviously the neck snap, and then the other scene, which is him choosing Krypton over him choosing basically the Earth over Krypton. Like, I get it. Like, it's flawed in a lot of ways, but I think for the most part, it did mostly everything right, because there are just some things that people just jump to conclusion of when you could have just left it up to interpretation. Like, you basically somewhat need to leave some stuff up for debate, right? Like, I say this all the time, right? Like, the biggest problem with CW is that everybody leaves their problems right there on the floor for you to find out. The thing about it, what you need best for a movie to sell is that sometimes they don't need to actually say what the problem is, what's going on in the character. You need to actually somewhat look at the context clues of the film to figure out what this person is internalizing in the said moment. So I think people jump to conclusion and say that Superman doesn't know what he wants to be on some scenes when he actually did. So, like, it's one of those things, like I said, like, you got to leave some things up to interpretation.
You can go either way with it, because there are some scenes where it's like he does want to do the right thing, but his father doesn't want him to, like the bus, right?
Right.
But like, well, the thing I think we can all agree on is whether or not you like Man of Steel, they could have moved forward and pivoted and made the character that we wanted to see in another movie, and they never did. It's like, it's been 9 years now. It'll be 10 years in May. It's craziness to me that they never made another one. I know people say BVS is Superman 2. It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
Okay,
It's
he
just,
dies.
he's just a guest star in that movie.
Well,
it all comes to the conclusion that Zack Snyder does not care about Superman's wanting to make his fetish.
I'll say this, like, Jamie and I are old enough to remember how Star Trek became the big franchise it was, because Star Trek, the motion picture, nobody liked that movie when it came out.
Right.
And it could have just ended there. They made Star Trek, yes, I know. They made Star Trek 2, and that's what really everything sprungboard off of, because they pivoted. It's like everyone thought that the first movie was boring. It was meandering. The characters weren't fun or anything. And they said, you know what? Let's make an action-packed second movie. All the characters are fun and jovial. You'll love this one. It's got action. It's got intrigue. And then they pivoted, and they went from there. They could have done that with Man of Steel. If people didn't like certain things about Man of Steel, they could have made another Superman movie with the same continuity and everything, still continuing on, but now with a Superman that you like, right? They could have done that. They didn't do that.
People
honestly, I don't think. I mean, we have to be realistic here. Like, it threw them. They had a bunch of monkey wrenches in their plane. Like think about it. Like, we know personally that DCU just had a lot of problems. They canceled like literally 5 or 6 movies. Like, they canceled so many movies. You have to take into account BVS didn't do as well as they thought it was at the box office. On top of that, they came out with Justice League right afterwards, and that didn't do as well. And that didn't do as well as they thought it would at the box office. On top of that, Henry Cavill went on to do other projects, which had scheduling issues. On top of that, Affleck decided he didn't want to be Batman anymore. On top of that, looking at Henry Cavill, he was actually thinking of coming back, but they actually had a lot of scheduling conflicts, considering the fact that they also wanted to make the Flash movie. And then when you look at Flash now, considering the state it's in with Ezra Miller, like, it's a whole bunch of monkeys.
It's a curse movie.
That's a curse.
I mean, here's the thing. If we had just gotten Man of Steel 2 and WB didn't just throw Batman in there just because they wanted to catch up with the MCU, we would never have been in this mess.
No, yeah, and plus the problem is that Warner Brothers didn't know what the hell they were doing. What you do is you throw everyone into contracts. That's what Marvel did. Yep. That's what you should do. But what happened was, oh, now Henry Cavill's doing other things. How the hell did that happen?
Actually-
did you not
actually,
pin him down? It's like
y'all-
that's what you're supposed to do.
And
You
then
guys
and
are
now they're
all
saying that
forgetting
he
something. Basically, The Rock revealed that right after
Yeah, they didn't want him
Justice League, they fired him.
Yes, yeah, we saw that. I saw that.
Yeah, because
hold on, guys, let me answer. I gotta answer Phantom's question, and then I gotta end the stream because I gotta go. I'm going on Clobby's stream. He does so Black Adam, where he asked about Black Adam. Black Adam, it's spoilers, right? So basically his son, Black Adam's son, is chosen to be the savior by the wizards. And the thing is that when his father's injured, the son transfers the power to his father to save his father's life. And at that moment, his son is then killed. So
by
now
assassins.
Adam, like Teth Adam, is forced to continue on with the Shazam powers. So he never relinquishes them until the very end. It's actually done in a very cool way in the sense that they're like, look, we can't defeat you. This is one of the things I liked about the movie. Is like, look, we can't defeat you, but look, dude, you're going crazy. Like you've got to stop.
The kid. Yeah.
You've got to stop this.
Yeah.
I love, this is why I do think so. Just as a counter to Garas, is that my counter to you saying you've seen it before. Well, I like the heart in it. I like the sacrifice, and I like the fact that the heroes are trying to do good, and they say to Black Adam, yeah, we can't beat you, but you got to come to your senses. I like that. And then, so Phantom, to answer your question, he does say Shazam and becomes back to normal, and that's where he doesn't have the muscles anymore. So it's pretty funny. He looks
so
like
weird.
It's hilarious.
but then they imprison him. So they basically, is it Blackgate? I missed where it was, but
It was basically a blacklisted
it was a black
task force.
Sure. It was task force. It was task force X. Yeah. So they imprison him, and then the only reason he comes back is that they need him to defeat Sabak. So that's really the only reason that he comes back. But and it was really cool, and this is very good details by the movie. This is very good details. When he says Shazam again, his costume is now fully restored, nice and bright, because he's never reverted back. Because every time you revert back, it resets you, right? And because he never went back, it was just like beat up and it starts to fade, it's deteriorating, and then finally when he says it and then comes back, it goes back to being his full
and we got the cape and everything.
We got the full costume. So I like the movie, man. I thought there was heart to it. You know, they tried to do something like
I want to go see it a few more times.
I will. When you were saying like how he like reverted back to you, I will say it was weird seeing the Rock's head on a tiny body.
Yeah, that was weird.
I laughed every time they did that. It was great.
It was like
who's that
Chris
guy?
Evans
That's someone that's like, I'm in the movie. Rock's head is on me, but you know.
Yeah, that CGI de-aging thing, it's got to go eventually. Just hire another actor.
Yeah, I'm cool with hiring another actor. All right, guys, I definitely got to go. Thank you so much to everyone who came on in the comments. This was awesome. We had a lot of good stuff. I lost my temper.
Thanks for having me.
Thank
Thanks
you, everybody.
Thank you for having me.
Take it easy.
See ya.
Hey, friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.